Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Knucklehead Comics. It's Tuesday night, and we're here to inform, acknowledge, and pay homage to those people in the background. The guys that you don't give credit to, but they put in the equal amount of work here. And as always, we got Lay, we got Cap, we got Cabs on the way. My man was having some technical difficulties. He's had to restart the system. He will be here because ain't nothing gonna keep him from this. You know how we do. What's going on, guys? How y'all feeling?
Money. I can't wait to do this. This is I've always liked those people. Been a big fan of those guys and ladies and whatever pronoun. Once again, everybody's fair game here. Come on through.
That's right.
I'm just gonna apologize straight up because work stress and other shit. I'm gonna be slightly off of what I'm normally there, but I'm here.
I feel like when Cab's off is most people's on.
Yeah, for real.
With that, you know what I mean? We've seen it before where you were off. Meanwhile, I'm informed after that.
Well, what did I miss?
Yeah.
The Cap said that he's having a stressful day at work, so he might be a little off.
Off in terms of like you might not be like you might be more upset than usual at stuff, or
no, in terms of preparedness. Like
same, dude, same. Work has been. I took some time off of work. I came back to millions of emails, but I mean, you're the book of knowledge, bro. I think you got this.
That's what I'm saying. I said so. You're off is most people's on, but I'm just just acknowledging the fact that that's true.
For sure.
He forgets more shit than I know.
Here, that's the Batman bucket.
Yes.
Right
nice.
there, that's the Batman bucket. Yeah,
I got the Batman cup.
The freezer. Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, all right. Yeah, Cap.
Now, before we start, my connection is shit to poor right now, so I might be.
Yeah, I see that. Did your computer have an Ethernet cable?
No.
Shit.
Hey man, I don't mind seeing you stuck with that beautiful old mug. I'll tell you that. Tell you that.
You gotta see the body.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want you to freeze like this though. This is how I want you to freeze so I can see those blues. The way Les describing, they're quite mesmerizing.
They're more stunning in person.
They are.
They are.
They look really blue on camera. I could imagine them like live. Like yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
The only one that could rival my brother with the blue eyes was my mom's. She had pretty sure clear blue water eyes.
What the hell happened to you then, Toe? What the hell? You gotta get your money back.
I am what the waiters at Red Lobster like to call the other.
The other.
Yeah.
Bruh. Funny that you say that. So, we at the job, we build relationship with a lot of our guests. They call us, they continue to book other shit, whatever. So we get to know them. They often send us stuff. One of my colleagues today, they sent him like a bunch of coupons, and one of them says Red Lobster, and it says and it shows cheddar biscuits, and I'm like, yo, hang on, dude. Aren't the cheddar biscuits like bottomless? You can just keep ordering
complimentary or something like that.
Yeah. So then I turn them around. He sent coupons to buy the dough mixture in Publix, and like for free. You give them a coupon, they give you a whole box for free. And I was like, man, I'm gonna have to make some cheese biscuits real soon. Soon.
I hear you. Give me 1 second, because apparently the Wi-Fi went down and Cap just blue screen. So y'all talk real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, bro. So it was funny because Cap said he said his two, right? And he said Rick Jones, and I realized at no point has Rick Jones been even mentioned. And Rick Cap was like, yo, he should come out of She-Hulk, right? Like it would make sense, right?
It would make sense to see him in She-Hulk, but I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah.
At this point, we can't do anything at all. But like, is he more She-Hulk or Hulk?
I mean, he crosses over to almost anybody with Gamma.
Yeah,
and then
that's his thing.
He was like an aide to the Avengers.
Okay.
Like what's this guy named? Jimmy Olsen is to Superman. Rick Jones is to the Hulk, but useful.
Okay.
Instead of a victim, he's like he helps.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
besides-
I was gonna, I let all the off the wall stuff, but I had a few. I mean, I wanted to take an easy pick after the Batman and go Alfred, but that's a little too easy.
Well, I feel like now Alfred can be unsung because he's
that's what I'm saying.
He's so much,
That's what I'm saying. He's not unsung. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
supporting character, but
Yeah.
he's not unsung. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, because people go, without him, Batman would have been dead.
Yeah.
Been dead. You know what I'm saying? He's a medic and everything. I like this version of the movie though. I've always liked the more badass Alfred.
Yo, then I
And the
mean,
fact
I know
Yeah.
that show Gotham got weird, but that Alfred is cool. He was ready to murk motherfuckers in that one. Yeah.
When he was teaching him how to box, I was dying. He goes, "Keep your hands up." It was like, "I'm bleeding." He goes, "If you don't keep your hands up, you won't." He goes, "Keep your hands up, you won't bleed."
Have we ever had a bad Alfred?
No, but they always pick some badass person to play him.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Like, look, they had the dude from the '90s, right? That he probably went on to all of it. Then you can lead forward to the guy from Gotham. Then Michael Caine. Then Jeremy Irons.
Irons, to me, Irons is like, I mean, personally, I like, that iteration of Batman. Me personally, and obviously that comes with Alfred. But man, I think Jeremy Irons is great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whenever you can turn the bad guy from Die Hard with a Vengeance to a good guy, I'm in. And remember, he was Star as well. So he's knee deep in just badass characters, man. You know what I mean? But I'm huge fan of what's Michael Caine and anybody that questions Bruce, because Alfred would question him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even Lucius Fox, anybody that would question Batman, I'm with it, because they're like, "Yo, listen, I get it, but yo, let's remember this. I know how to do shit that you don't." You know what I'm saying?
Is anybody excited for a Keanu Reeves Batman?
It's funny.
I think that shit looks funny, bro. I think it looks funny.
I never imagined him as it, and when I heard the voice, I was like, "Holy shit!" It's on point. I'm like, "Yeah, it makes sense."
It is.
It does, yeah.
It sounds really good. I was like, damn.
And it's funny because this is another thing that we was talking about, that this fits The Rock perfectly.
Yeah.
Playing
100%.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I can see that.
Because we mentioned that The Rock is 100% charisma, but if you want him to be like stoic and like huge, like a badass motherfucker, he has to put that act on. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like the normal way he is like he's fucking funny and just one of those guys that just exudes energy and charisma and all that other shit. But when he has to put that eyebrow and the fucking stance and this shit every time he wants to look, fucking stoic and badass. So that's why when you see Black Adam, you see The Rock. You don't see fucking.
Yeah, I hear you.
When we saw that trailer with all the DC stuff, I was like, "Oh, look, Dr. Fate. Look, it's Atom Smasher. Look, I don't know who that chick is. Look, Hawkman. Cyclone. And then I was like, and The Rock.
Yes.
This is The Rock presents Black Adam. It's like a play.
Basically, you're not wrong on that. I mean, obviously we're gonna watch it for the culture, but
yeah, I am aiming for. Can I get a lot of Dr. Faith, please? Because with that helmet, he's timeless. So he can literally, wherever The Rock is, I'm sorry, Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Wherever Black Adam is, Dr. Fate can't be far behind, because the fact that it's passed on. You know what I mean? And by the way, I'm upset that that Pierce's beard and mustache are epic. Jesus Christ. I'm looking at it like, that's completely unfair, man. Even with white hair, he's still killing it.
Looking good, too.
Talk about stoic. That man right here, son.
Yeah.
He has like the smoking jacket, too. I'm like, this how you roll? But yeah.
Hey man, you can't teach cool. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not, my friend. Absolutely not. You got it. You don't.
Word. All right. Now that all the technical difficulties are out of the way, let's get into some Batman.
Yes, sir.
Before we do that, I had to pay homage to show by going in and out and logging out, logging
Absolutely.
in.
It's part
Somebody
of
gotta do
the
it.
act.
Somebody got to do it.
Let me refill
Oh, yeah.
this coffee, bro. I'm on.
We appreciate you running with the ball, brother. We appreciate you running with the ball.
Yeah, you know.
I'm
Sho
back now.
said-
I'm full green. So
Word. Sho said that he'll supposed to be here, but you know how that shit goes.
Hey,
He'll
man,
be here at 11:59.
We got, and I can't, because look, you put up the subject matter early, so
Yeah.
he should have at least one.
Right? Shit.
Even though last week it was a good surprise and stuff he was saying.
Yeah. It's true.
Mhm.
Yo, real quick. So in terms of like we were talking about the other day about like how you be putting me on to like food and shit, right? Well, not putting me on, but you know. So
Yeah.
for the most part, when I eat fried chicken, whether it's Popeyes or KFC, I like to go crispy, right?
Yeah.
I've seen you do the original recipe, so I'm like, damn. Sometimes the original recipe comes a little too chewy. Sometimes depends on you know, you've been there.
Yeah, of course.
So the other day, have you ever had like, obviously you had like Kennedy's fried chicken, Mama's fried chicken, and all of them shits.
Yeah.
I do like the little peppery taste they have there. So you know what I did? I went and got an 8-piece original recipe, drums and thighs all day long. We don't fuck with that. You feel that other shit. So what I did was when it got here, I put it in the air fryer for about another 5 minutes, and I was sprinkling pepper on it, shaking it up. When it came out, I patted a little other grease off, put a little bit more pepper. Yo, that shit tasted like a New York chicken spot. And I have had that for like the last 3 days. Just chicken. No mashed potatoes, no fries, no nothing, my dude. Just the chicken. And it's delicious like that, bro.
I'm gonna have to try that then.
Bro, if you're not gonna eat it there, bring it to the crib. You have an air fryer or oven? You have
Yeah,
an
we
oven.
got an oven. Yeah, you got an oven.
Just put it in the oven on a quick broil so it could get nice and crispy. Take it out, dab some of the grease off, throw a little pepper on top. Yo, son. All right, I'm done.
Oh no, I hear you.
I'm gonna try to bring a food item type thing where you put me onto food like once every couple of episodes. I'm gonna try to do that.
That's it.
Because you smart, bro. You know your stuff.
I try. You know what I'm saying? I try it. Yo, fun fact: for about a year, there was a time where we didn't have an oven because we didn't have gas. So
why? Because of the Bronx?
No. Because of stupidity.
Okay.
The geniuses tried to turn the upstairs neighbor's gas on and said, "Fuck it. The best way to do it is to break the whole entire pipe." So it was leaking carbon monoxide. So the Con Edison was like, "Yo, we're gonna turn your shit off until you fix it." And they had to wait until another person bought the house to fix it.
That's so dangerous, bro. Oh my God, that's not great.
Yeah, so we winning out here.
So were you guys just like doing takeout all day long at the time? Like just a whole year takeout?
I bought one of those the smokeless barbecue shits.
Okay, hey.
And I was cooking steak on that shit. It's like, yo, you ever want to cook a steak for an hour? Throw that shit on there.
That's what they don't tell you. That's what they didn't tell you about the Foreman grill and shit. How long it took you to actually make them motherfuckers,
For real.
bro. Even on the Foreman grill, that shit took a minute. You remember when the Foreman grill was like the biggest thing in the world and everybody was burning their houses and shit?
Yep.
Like, bro,
Dude,
I remember
we used
my
to
dad
live on
got
the Foreman grill.
My dad used to throw everything that he could on a Foreman grill. My dude tried to throw eggs on it one time and it just I'm like, Dad, okay, I get it. You like your Foreman grill, but can we just stick to, if you want to press it, make a quick little sandwich or something, cool. But like eggs, my dude, chill.
That was the panini way. That just
yeah.
That was pretty much.
Make rice on that shit.
Remember when they came with that you could change it out for the flat surface?
Yeah.
And it was like everybody was like good. For some reason, people didn't like the lines on stuff. I go, that matters to you?
Yeah, for real.
It's a grill, though.
The good thing about the flat surface is good for like pancakes and shit. See, Dad, you could make eggs on that, my dude.
Yeah, for real.
Try the eggs on that. But it was just experimenting.
Yeah, that and you remember the set it and forget it Showtime rotisserie grill?
Damn, we never made it big time like that. We never
No.
ended up getting one.
Yo, my mom bought one on Black Friday. She said this shit was damn near $30 after all the sales and shit that she got. My mom was like, yo, go outside and go get your Christmas present, but don't look at the shit. I'm like, all right, it's a huge fucking TV. I was like, I kind of need to see this while I'm lifting it up and bringing it in the house. I'm not the immortal Iron Fist. I can't do this shit, for cheap power. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, yo, I got this shit for $50. I was like, all right. One of those DVDs, VCR TV combos.
It's funny. My grandfather's girlfriend. Yes, my grandfather has been with the same woman for like years, never married her. Dominican guy, of course. She's Puerto Rican. And she has a thing where like she just cooks, bro. So like my grandfather, like once a month, his mail came to our house, some Dominican fucking scheme shit. I don't know. And once a month, I would have to gather up all his mail, take it to his house. And, he'd give me a couple bucks for it. So that was awesome. And she'd cook like a maniac. She had to set it and forget it. But like I seen her use it once. But I've never been privy to like owning it myself. Seems fun.
Nah, yeah. You put the chicken in that shit and it just rotates. It's like, where Baraka work. You know how those chickens fucking just rotate? Yeah. Yeah, it's like that shit.
Like it's like efficient and it's fun. I mean, I could imagine me as a little kid just fucking staring at that chicken. Like, when's this bitch gonna come out?
Yeah.
Word.
You know how I told you that she got it on a sale? We're sitting in our house. All of a sudden, a literal fucking 18-wheel truck shows up outside, parks. All the neighbors and shit run up to it. Next thing I know, we got some dude bringing in a fucking reclining chair into our living room. That's the chair my dad sat in for like 15 years. Yeah, it's literally off the back of a fucking truck.
Yeah.
Yo, it worked.
This dude was like, hey, the shipment was late. Fucking, who wants some? Either that or it was fucking Joe Pesci on some, yo, this shit came off the back of the truck. We gonna make our money somehow. We got fur coats, we got lazy boys, we got PlayStations, we got DVD players, whatever you need.
It's funny, like there was so much things that I got off the back of a truck. Like when the PS1 first came out, like I knew some guy, family friend, who was getting them shits for $175, my dude. Original PlayStation box. PlayStation when it first came out was $299, kid. And I remember I got mine, and he was gonna re-up in like 2 days. And I told my boy Ed, I was like, yo, tell your moms, bro, I got my dude, bro, $175 out the door. And he was like, I was like, yo, I'm ready. He didn't have it. So for 2 days, he didn't wait and just told his mom to buy a regular price because he just wanted it so bad. And I'm like, I get it. You could have waited, but it is what it is. I miss the
That's
back
crazy.
of the truck. I don't find back of the truck shit no more, bro.
Yeah.
Back of the truck now is open box at Best Buy. That's the best I can do nowadays.
Pretty much. I remember back in those days with the N64 and the PlayStation. My parents went to Costco and bought it, and that was when it came in its own like little plastic shit. Yeah. And it was the N64, another controller, the memory card, 2 games, all the other shit. That shit was
you remember when you see now that the game has changed now because motherfuckers can't steal consoles the way that they used to. Now what they do is have a whole bunch of bots buy it and drive up the price. Meanwhile, back in our days, motherfuckers was risking their necks to steal these motherfuckers and sell it to us for $150, $175.
Yep.
The game has changed in all facets. It really has. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Motherfuckers is trying to sell PlayStation 5 now for $1,500. Like, my dude, we about to go on 2 years the motherfucker's been out.
Yep. But that's one of those that's one of those you get on Craigslist. Like, yeah, I'll meet you anywhere, yo, bro. I'll meet you, and go fuck him up. He could keep the PlayStation 5. I'll just fuck you up for selling that shit at $1,500. Yeah, someone needs to teach your bitch ass a lesson. You motherfucker.
Sony, like, I mean, all people who are bringing out new consoles got to be better with that stuff, man. Like,
word.
Preventing bots and shit. Like, something needs to give. And it's like, bro, these guys up their defenses and they still. Yeah. I remember one time Well, when the whole PS5 craze was going, this guy posted a picture on Twitter with like at least 50 consoles stacked up high. And my man said, fuck your feelings. Tap in. I ain't gonna lie, that shit made me laugh. Yeah, like, fuck your feelings. You $1,500 out the door, $1,250 for the no disc. What's up? And I'm like, man, this shit is hard, bro. Shit is hard out there.
Shit, like that motherfucker around fire, son.
We used to have there used to be a video store around where we live that would get video games like a week early.
Oh, the mom and pop shops. God bless.
He was just like, yo, you can't play online with this. I was like, good. I don't play online anyway.
Yeah, don't worry. I ain't gonna sign on to nothing.
But you know what? Halo fucked that up for everybody. Because because people got Halo early, and then mad people was going online mad early, and Halo shut down those servers, and it was like Star Wars all over again. Remember when they bootlegged the first episode of Star Wars?
Yeah.
And then the FBI got involved? It's like, nah, the white man ain't getting his money. Now it's a problem. I bet you any money if they would have stole all those PlayStations and sold that shit for $1,500, PlayStation would have shut that shit down.
For sure.
Yo, the first PlayStation sold, they would have been fucking SWAT at the door. They would have found every single PlayStation and arrested like 500 Dominicans and fucking Puerto Ricans because they would have been framed for the shit. And then they would have been selling them shits regular fucking price.
You know what happened one time? The fellas, Krills and my boy Ed, they found, I think my boy Ed, he had found a store down by Union Square where they sold games early. So Krills went over there. I think he bought Fallout 4. My man, the back was in Portuguese. It was the game, it was in English, but the box was Portuguese. I was like, bruh, I don't know about all that.
Yo.
But it worked.
Hey.
In Italy. When I lived in Italy,
the Fallout was a marker. Whole game covered in that.
Go ahead, Cap.
I bought a game while I was living in Italy that the front of it was the full American title. It was the whole thing. Everything was in English. So I was like, oh, shit. It's the game. I don't ever read the back of games because I don't give a shit about the back.
Sure.
Bring it back to the ship. Put it in the thing. I'm like, what the fuck does this say?
Yeah.
I had to go get somebody to translate so I could find the settings and then move
change
the
language. Yeah, that's how Krill's was. The front was perfect. The back was Portuguese. I was like, nah, but God bless them mom and pop shops. It's funny, and Krill's the same. Like we used to play. So Xbox. Well, there was this thing called Xbox Connect, where you would connect your Xbox to the PC. And you can play games online like that. So we would bypass anything. So Halo, when Halo 1 first came out, like I'm not sure if there was an online mode. I think it was just kind of like couch co-op or whatever. But like through this, it's kind of like LAN parties. It was you like in college, you know, each dorm had a LAN jack. So you guys could like 4 different rooms could jack into each other's like wall sockets, whatever. I'm gonna try to make this sound as least sexual as possible.
They're jacking each other off.
Yeah, I guess. It was the classic circle jerk.
The classic circle jerk. So then, and they would all be able to play couch co-op together. So essentially, that's what this Xbox Connect did. But it made us do it online, man. Me and Krills used to go crazy with that. But then when Halo 2 came out, they stopped that shit because Halo 2 was like legit online. Like, yo, you need to sign on. You need to do shit like just to stop all that piracy shit.
Show your green card, you fucking
all of that. No, it's for real. Like put in the social. Number. I remember they asked him that. Yeah, I was like, yo, mad questions, B. What the fuck are we doing here? Why, like?
Yo, I remember when I got an EA Sports game and that shit asked me all these questions. I said, yo, I want to bypass, cancel all this shit. I want to play the game, and it was like, you know, you have to answer these. Like, what the fuck is it? All right, the first street that my fucking next door neighbor lived on, I don't fucking know. My blood type, I don't fucking know. How many hairs do I have on my head? Like, yo, you want to picture my dick? Like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to play. I'm just trying to play this fucking football game, son. I don't think Deion Sanders gives a shit if I don't use him. Like, what's the fucking problem? This is fucking ridiculous, man. This bank's less secure than the fucking way EA Sports sets up this shit when you first get in there. Fucking cocksuckers.
I mean, in certain places you can get a gun with just your ID.
Yeah.
son.
but I gotta go through all that shit just for a game.
Yeah, bro.
For real.
I live there. I live there. I live here, son. I remember I went to the gun show, and in the gun show you could cop a piece right there, right? So this one dude, they do a background check, right? So this one dude goes to buy a piece. His background check, I don't know if it came out dirty or not, but they were like, "Yo, based on your background check, we can't sell you this, but you can pay for it now. We can ship it to you to get to your house a week later." I'm like,
what did you just? Why would you? No.
So he got to wait a week to commit a crime. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's what he was gonna do. I'm not saying that's what he was gonna do. But based on his overall appearance, you know, my dude was
money on him doing something
my dude was straight Chico. My dude was tatted up in the face. I felt like going, yo, you don't want to think about this one?
I mean, his background check didn't work out for a reason.
You don't.
I'm saying.
I hate to judge a book by its cover, but when you look like that and your background check is shady, something happened. Something happened.
You know something? It's true. You never judge a book by its cover. But sometimes the cover of the book says dictionary, and it's a fucking dictionary.
For real, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like, bro, like people be like, "Oh, you shouldn't go on first impressions." But like, well, first impressions is all I got. I don't know you. I don't know you, and I'm not quick to judge. But you're all tatted up. Tats, and look, you could be. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being tatted up.
My bad. I pressed the wrong one.
Tats on the face. That goes. You're in a different level now. You feel me?
You're not. You don't scream office job.
That's what I'm saying. And again, I'm not judging you. Maybe you just want a gun for your collection, but then your shit came back dirty. So, I'm like, yo, red flags everywhere. The only thing this guy needs left to do is to put mustard on something, and that's it. Ring the alarms.
Yeah, no, he's a psychopath.
Ring the alarms.
Or he's a vegan and he puts mustard on stuff.
Oh, well, now he's a fucking mass murdering psychopath. Yeah, he's fucking.
Bro, I was like, man, yo, I know somebody that used to put mustard on fries. Wow.
Yo, he assaulted kids. Yep. Not sexually, but like physically.
He thought about it.
Yeah, he kidnapped a few of them.
No, he pulled up with the van. So honey, is that honey mustard? That's a different vibe though.
I'm talking about this brand.
No, Sweet Baby Ray's is the way to go.
It's amazing, son.
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's is like
on some of that commercial. I put this shit on everything.
Yeah, that's different though. I could dip some fries into honey mustard though.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, regular mustard. You got to be something wrong with you.
Yeah,
you weren't raised right, but it's okay.
Knisher pretzels.
Yeah. All right,
so are we doing Unsung Heroes or are we going straight to Batman? What's up?
Let's go straight to Batman. Let's get into some Batman here.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys see what my name is, but for the rest of this episode, I am Vengeance.
There you go.
You know what? I love how they were making fun of it. Yo, Vengeance. Yo, he died. Like, yo, Vengeance. Come here. Yeah, that shit was funny. But I'll let you guys start.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yo, all I want to say is, like, in the beginning, like, they stamped it. Gotham is New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Gotham is New York City.
I'm sorry. That was the best looking Gotham I've seen in a long time, bro. That it was, but it was a nice mixture of Chicago and Batman. And by the way, I don't know if this is true. Cap, maybe you can correct me on this. The Iceberg Lounge that they used, that's in London. That was like a set. That was like a big club in London. Which
almost the whole thing was filmed in London.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the exterior shots were mostly like New York City and Chicago. Like when you ever see the panel. I mean, when you get into Gotham, apparently nobody washes Gotham.
Well, it's for them.
Even when it rains, I'm like, yo, it looks dingy as hell. But I like it. I'm with it.
And my pops is supplying the soundtrack for this fucking podcast.
I see that. We had some we had some real nice vibes there. The vocals. Yeah. There was you see that apartment that him and Catwoman are in. That the train is literally right in front of the window. Like that shit seems very annoying. but the art. So that's where I want to start.
Mhm.
The cinematography to this movie, I don't know if it was just me. I love what they were doing with field of view. I love how everything was like up in your face and like the background is blurred. They used a lot of bokeh filters where it's like, you know, you see the lights real circular because they're like so far. I love that. The shots were so close and personal. I felt like I was like walking right next to this dude the whole time. I was kind of like intrigued from the beginning because it's like we go straight into it. My man, 5 minutes into the movie, he's already at a crime scene getting bitched on by cops. I said, yes, yes, this is what I've been looking for, bro. So like, I'll stop there and I'll come back. But like, what did you guys think about like immediately your first 10 minutes into this movie? Because that's when I kind of like, okay, you got my attention. Some other things that I had gripes with, of course, but like the first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, all right, Patterson, what you got to tell me? I'm listening. So what do you guys feel your first initial 10 minutes?
All right, yo, Bryce, there's gonna be some spoilers here.
Yeah, for real.
So if you don't want to do the spoiler stuff after we review the Batman, we're gonna go into the Unsung Heroes. But yeah, there's gonna be some spoilers here. So who wants to start with that? Was it Lay?
Well, let's go.
But he disappeared.
Well,
he Batmaned us.
Yeah,
he Batmaned us. I'm glad that they did that.
That was dope that he did do that. My man said
twice.
Yeah.
He did it. I think he did it twice.
Initially, I got detecting shit, and me and Kevin spoke about it before. We wanted a lot of that, and we got that in spades. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he was there, doing it in the sport, the camera in his
contacts.
The contacts, man. I was like, "What's he doing?" He was on some, and the fact that he didn't speak as he was doing it was perfect. On some, and he only spoke to Gordon.
Yeah.
And props to Gordon for being another great detective as well.
Seriously,
he's on some, and Jeffrey Wright is always dope. So you know what I mean.
I love his portrayal. I love this portrayal of Jim.
He's like the honey mustard dip.
Yeah.
Put him in anything. Okay, I want him in there. Anything. Yeah. But yeah, definitely the detecting for the first 10 minutes. I was like, there we go. This is the Batman I've been asking for. You know what I'm saying? Detect. Year 2, and that's really his best skill is detecting. It isn't fighting and that shit. It's him just, all right. Okay, I see what's going on here. That's what I wanted. Don't ask too much.
It's funny because Le brought up that game that the guys made me play in front of them every time. Like I couldn't play. It was like this whole murder mystery, this copycat killer, and you're going around detecting shit. And I said immediately, yo, bro, I'm getting crazy Condemned vibes. I hope Led gets them too. And it looks like he did. It looks like he did.
Right, cool. I thought about that because when that vision through the lenses, you're like, yo, that looks just in red. It's like the game was just in red because in the game it's blue. But that's all I was like.
Because it's black light that you're looking for in the game. Yep. Yeah. That's
listen, man. If you love reading Batman and him being a detective. Like the books that focus on being a detective, like the Long Halloween, clearly, you're gonna be a fan of this 100%.
Yeah.
And Long has something else to do with, but that's later.
What was your first initial 10 minutes like to watching this movie?
Yo, all right. So it started off with the breathing and him looking at the kid as a ninja. And initially, I was like, "Yo, is that Bruce?" And then I was like, "Nah, that can't be Bruce," because like my man, like. I know the Riddler's not gonna be old enough to be like 40 years older than Bruce. And then when he killed his pops, I was like, all right, that's somebody else. The breathing, I was like, all right, I don't know why my man's breathing like that. Cause sometimes I don't like the breathing too much.
It's Bane.
Yeah, but when he's watching the debate and like I'm listening to the shit and we had this conversation, like was Batman the reason why all these people were coming out and all that other shit? And I'm like, all right, this is dope. We're already in this discussing Batman. He's not like somebody that no one's ever heard of before. And then as soon as the TV light and all you saw was those eyes, I was like, okay, they got something here. Yeah. They got something here.
I'm listening. I'm like, all right, man, I'm listening.
Yep. And then he bashed this dude's fucking face it, and I was like, all right. I thought the Riddler was gonna be a joke the way he looked. You know, and from the coming attractions, I wasn't really hyped to watch this because of the little bit I saw. But then watching, I'm like, all right, I understand. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't expecting a green question mark suit, but Riddler was intense.
Yeah.
At the end, when he starts, I was like, whoa, dude, you're creeping me the fuck out right now. Like, yo, dude, again, I didn't expect Jim Carrey, but this guy took it a whole nother level. I thought it was a little much how he starts raising his voice and just starts screaming out of nowhere and then goes back to normal. That was a little weird for me. You too, Cap?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Cap.
It was
with that.
The screaming was a little much. Like, you know, I mean, Riddler is diabolical, mastermind, genius. But he has fun lines. He's quippy. This guy was off his rocker. And a lot of people were, because Batman was second year. He's already lost it. My man, when he was looking at that kid at the beginning, he's just staring at the kid. And then Alfred sees it from the contacts back in the cave. And Alfred's like, oh, I get it now. He's extremely partial to this. But go ahead, Cap, what were you going to say about that?
No, all right. So my first 10 minutes, as soon as the Riddler showed up behind this dude, I was like, oh, we're in for some serious shit. I was like, no, I'm liking this. Then the part that really sold me is when Batman's doing his voiceover and he's like, oh, that light up there is a warning. And then the other criminals started like looking into the shadows and like, oh shit, I think I see him in there.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is fucking good. Because this shows you, this is the first movie that shows you why Batman is so effective. Because if you have everybody thinking he's everywhere all at once, it makes sense. So I was hooked on that. Good.
Fun fact: that kid in the train that was, he was
Half
Tim Drake
famous?
in the he was Tim Drake in the Titans show.
Yeah, he's Tim Drake in the new Titans thing. Yeah, that's it's funny because I know So saw me, but I was like, that's Tim Drake in the thing.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're not getting any crossovers, guys. Calm down. Matt Reeves has said he's not crossing with anything. Well, for now. For now.
You give him a good script and he'll be about it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Get it, Cat.
I was going to say with the Riddler, there's definitely moments where you see his charismatic side comes through.
Sure.
He starts talking a little faster. He starts talking with a little more confidence.
A little like jittery. Yeah.
Yeah. But then that was a weird choice for him to just,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, is he? I was like, yo, I'm seriously in my seat. Like, is he on the spectrum? Are we saying like he's got like a high functioning autism or some shit? Because I don't see why, if he's just the criminally insane, I don't get the yelling.
I thought he was Hugo Strange. I thought it was Hugo Strange at first until I seen what was happening with the letters. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, that part threw me. But overall, this movie was good.
Yeah.
I can't call it awesome because I think this is the first Batman movie with no fun. And I mean it in a good way. Do not expect
there was a little fun
in this fucking movie at all.
There was a little fun.
The only fun with Jim. The only fun was like Jim when he's like, no guns. He's like, nah, man, that's your shit. Like, I got my strap, bro. Chill.
There was fun.
And also, and Penguin too. It was like that. You guys know habla español? What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Yeah. But the only fun was for us creeps. Every time he snuck up on Catwoman, and she's like, why are you doing that? Yeah, in my head, I was like, this is how you flirt.
Yeah.
This is how you flirt.
Yeah, you just walk up to girls randomly behind them like, I'm Batman.
No, you're in the bodega. You like, so you getting drinks? They're about to get their hair done. They're getting their hair dry. You just pop up out of nowhere. So you're drying your hair. Fuck. Yeah. They're waiting in line in the bathroom, like long line. The fuck? Why are you always everywhere? You know?
Yeah, man. But like,
they open up their door. You're sitting on their couch, like, hey, what's going on? I'll let myself in.
I will say that towards the end of the movie, like, you could have cut maybe 20 minutes off this bitch, maybe 20, 30. You could have cut a little bit. But I mean, that's a gripe we have with all long movies, I guess. You know, I do feel like the fact that they weren't doing origins and they're just like focusing on him, I thought that it was okay, even though it was a little lengthy. And like, we really saw barely any Bruce Wayne. This guy was in the bat suit. Yo, he was in the bat suit that whole movie.
He was Batman when he wasn't in the bat suit.
He was always Batman.
Yeah.
Dude, again, everybody was very scared of Pattinson and what he was doing. And he said it off rip. This is a sad Batman. Well, he didn't say it off rip. This was like a couple months ago. He was like, bro, this is a sad Batman. And I think, like, in terms of a sad, messed up Batman, I think it worked beautifully. Yeah. Whatever the directors were telling these guys to do, they did it in spades, especially the Riddler. So the Riddler, the screaming was a little jarring. It was a little maybe unwarranted for the Riddler. That's kind of the Riddler, that he's just kind of calm, cool, smart, genius, collected all the time. So I don't know. But like, whatever they asked these people to do, they fucking did it. Which brings me to my next point. I've said it here many times. One of my favorite aspects of Batman is the mafia shit included with it. And I really was hyped with this rendition of Penguin. I love that he was a wise guy. You know what I'm saying? They threw us a little Easter egg with the waddle when he's tied up.
Yeah.
But I am glad that he wasn't eating fish and shit. And the Penguin that they had in the Gotham show was extremely weird. But I did like that rendition as well. You know, you do something different with it. I was cracking up with Colin Farrell. He goes, él, la, no habla español. Come on, what the hell's wrong with you guys? I enjoyed his kind of wise guy, good fella type Penguin shit. I really enjoyed it.
I didn't know that was Colin Farrell.
Oh yeah.
That's how good of a job he did. That I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah, you wouldn't know unless they said it. You would not know.
Who'd you think it was?
Just some dude.
Yeah,
I love the whole. Hey, sweetheart, calm down.
Yo, he was so funny, bro. And like, how good was that? That Batman's just coming into the iceberg. Oh, what's up, Flocka? Batman's just coming into the iceberg lounge. Oh, Flocka, this is Batman. This is the Batman spoiler. So. Turn tail immediately. Turn around.
Yeah, for about maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, we about to, we'll start the other things. Yeah, Batman. But I love that there is a relationship. Feel me, whether good or bad, my man goes into the iceberg lounge. Yeah, the new one.
Yep.
I mean, there's gonna be old spoilers too, but who cares about that from old movies? But like when he goes in there, he's fucking people up, and then he's just talking to Penguin like, yo, who is this guy? I love that. Yeah. That's really some Batman shit. Like, it doesn't always need to be fisticuffs. My man he beat up a couple people in there, but like, dude, he just wanted to talk to the Penguin. Had you guys gave him the audience, no one would have got hurt there. But you guys needed to do you and be henchmen and got fucked up. But like when he's sitting up there in the VIP with Penguin and they're just kind of shooting the shit about this new villain, I love that Batman can go to another villain and be like, yo, who is this guy, bro?
Yeah, I heard that there was a scene that they cut from this movie where he actually went to the Joker to talk about the Riddler.
I would love that, bro. I would have loved to seen it. Maybe we leave it for later. I mean, we did get to see some Joker and as Joker, right?
Yeah.
The director confirmed it is.
I mean, you see his fucking
mouth. I was not excited about the laugh. I'm gonna say that right now. I was not excited about it, but whatever. Who cares about the laugh?
It's not Jared Leto. It's funny. I like the fact that every time he went to the iceberg lounge, it was 3 different ways. He went in as Batman by force. Then he went as Bruce Wayne, the easy way to go in. And then he was like, "Fuck this," snuck in, and it was like, "I'm not here. I don't have time to waste. I got to get stuff done." So it's always funny. He used every persona that he has to be like, yo, Batman, Bruce Wayne, then like, yo, stealth. I'm getting in this place one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the fun part, that he used Bruce Wayne as a way in. That's like this. That was his socialite moment. It's like me using who I am. Like, it's funny, even when at the funeral, people go, "Oh, look, it's Bruce Wayne. You're alive."
Yeah.
You know, because that's him being so secluded that everybody goes, "Oh shit, he came out. That's how nice of him. I didn't know he was alive or in the country." Like, you can tell everybody had that shock to them. When I saw that, I was like, that's dope. That's a nice element to it. You know what I'm saying? By year 5, he's already the playboy.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
the one thing I do wish, I mean, this movie was good. The detecting shit was kind of like, all right, try to figure out what the plan is.
Sure.
Cool. I wish they would have had the foresight to not tell us that was the Riddler, and to not tell us who was playing him. So that way, we alongside Batman are like, who the fuck is this dude in green? And what the fuck's going on? And then we could have been like, oh, that's the Riddler. Oh, so who is he? Is he that dude? Is he that dude? Who?
I hear you. I
It would have been a
100%.
more-
I 100% agree. And at the end, we could just get a reveal like
Yeah.
to kind of spruce up that last act, because I don't know, that last act was a little weird to me. It was a little.
You
weird.
guys, you've all seen the movie Clue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have made it like Clue. Like, we don't know who the murderer is at the end of it, but once you figure it out, you go, "Oh, okay."
or even modern Clue, Knives Out.
Yeah.
You know, even modern Clue, like, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with that. You know what I mean?
You know, the biggest thing about this movie is, like, it's kind of like with Spider-Man. He was like, yo, I didn't know that this Spider-Man was an origin for how Spider-Man was that we seen him in the comics. You know, he went to the blue and red. This is an origin for Bruce Wayne. Like, at the end, he realizes, like, yo, I got to learn how to be Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne can help just as much as Batman, because I'm seeing my example of beating the shit out of everybody is turning everybody into vigilantes, but into criminal vigilantes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga wants to destroy all of Gotham to save Gotham. It's like, I'm not trying to do that. Yeah. Let me find a way to help Gotham in order to save Gotham, you know?
Which is cool. I like that inverse, because we start and this man is Batman, literally. Like, he might not have been in his Batman suit when he was peeping through the goggles, but we literally get Batman suit a minute after that. Yep. After we see Riddler do what he got to do. That's crazy to open that movie with just a head bashing. Like, yo, I was like, okay, we're really into it. And it's like, I feel like they did say it was going to be dark.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a nice, like, it wasn't like fucking horror either, you know? So I think it was a nice amount of dark. But I think it's interesting that you bring that up, too, because how crazy is that we're actually seeing the opposite, where it's like, bro, let's see you turn into Bruce a little bit. He had an Iron Fist moment, like, hey, maybe my money can help. It's like, so then it's great that you said that. So the burning question, what do we think about Pattinson's Batman?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I would, the fact that he was more Batman than Bruce, I was with it. I was a fan of his Bruce because it made sense for his second year. You know, like, he doesn't have everything together. He's piecing a bunch of shit still, you know, and he's a really edgy prick. You know what I mean? When it first starts, even to Alfred, he's a fucking dick.
Yeah, man. I was kind of mad when he said that to Alfred. You're not my dad. I said, whoa.
You know what I'm saying? But that's that youth and that anger, you know, from everything going on. So listen, I would have never thought the glittery dude would have became this guy, but I've seen a couple of movies that he's in, but before this,
he can act,
you know, and he's man, and I'm, you know, and he did just, man. He went in there, gave us even his Batman voice was good, you know, nothing Bale, nothing Keaton, but it was right there. You know,
his
what I mean?
Batman voice was real good, I would say.
Yeah.
I think
it was like Cap said, when he's talking, and it almost reminds you of the panels when Batman's narrating any comic book. You know,
correct.
That was great. That was great to see that. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey man, listen, I'm ready for part 2. So bring it back.
Yo, there's only a handful of people that silence speaks thousands of words.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And when the dude that cop was like, oh, it's a carpenter tool, and he did the It is like you could see in his head, like it is a carpenter's tool. And then he gave him the look like, how the fuck you know that? Never said a word.
No.
And he was like, oh, my pop says carpet. And he said the carpenting tool, carpet, floor, the Joker. And like he picks up the thing and he's like, here goes the shit. Like you see him processing information
I love
without words. And you're
that.
involved with the entire story without any words. And I was like, yo, that's Batman. Because Batman doesn't speak. He's not a talker. He says what he needs to say and getting the fuck out. So him being able to speak so loud without saying anything is phenomenal. Like he's walking around looking at shit, and the person taking the picture's like, shh, what else you looking at?
When he caught the blood print on the floor, she was like, "Oh shit, I didn't see that." I was like, "Yes, keep detecting shit, bro. Keep doing it." Yo, what about when he walked into the police office, bro?
Oh yeah,
he's just fucking. That is so Batman right there. My man's just, and everybody's looking at him. I love how awkward it was when Batman was in the room with cops, bro.
It reminded me of Bill Burr. Why is it so awkward in here?
Yo, bro,
It's just awkward in here right now.
Just his walking, and again, shout out to the cinematography.
Yep.
You said it that you felt like you were there. Not only was it the narrating, but it's just these fucking up close and personal shots the entire time, bro. Look at a still from that apartment scene with him and Catwoman when the train is passing by. If you could just take a still picture of that, I fucking framed that, dude, and put it up on my fucking wall. It was such a pretty shot movie. It was so good.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to the cinematography.
I mean, Don, when the cop was like, "I have you for assaulting 2 officers," he goes, "No, 3. You missed one." You missed the other cop I hit that you didn't pay attention to. That's how good I am at my thing. And that's another thing. I remember I read somewhere and then I saw somewhere that people were like, the fighting. I go, first of all, this is year 2 Batman. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's still training and still learning. So he's using whatever he knows, and that's close quarters. He gets close. That's why he doesn't mind getting shot, because that's what he knows. You know what I mean? If you have literally any combat sport, the first thing you learn is to throw hands and elbows.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything defensively, you're doing because you're getting closer, and it's easier that way. And that's why his if you look at his chest, it's heavier than anything else on him.
Yeah,
it's the heaviest part of his armor, because you're gonna get people mostly shoot for the chest. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, you're telling me a guy brand new at this vigilante stuff, making it real world, brand new at this, you expect him to be throwing kicks? Now he's gonna get close, and the closer you are, the easier you can knock somebody out, and not using your fists, using your elbows instead of breaking your hands.
He threw a few kicks. I love, but that's Batman. Close quarter combat, elbows and fists. Why would you complain about that? That is Batman.
Yeah, and also he's calling himself Vengeance. Yeah. This motherfucker's pissed off working some shit out. He's beating the shit out of you because he's mad. This isn't we're gonna detain you. No, I'm fucking you up.
Yeah. The only reason you're detained is because you can't move.
Yeah, you're paralyzed, and we're gonna call it detained.
When I saw that, I was like, yo, spoken to somebody who's truly never thrown a punch. Like, yo, if you know anything, the closer you get, the more damage you can hit somebody with from being close. And then if you know what you're doing, you're able to stop them from hitting you. And you use your forearms, you block like this, not like this, because you're gonna break your hand. He was doing it exactly, and I was like,
I thought he did great.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, I'm trying to understand it. What do you want him to do? Like Kung Fu wire work movie?
This ain't Shang-Chi, bro. This ain't Shang-Chi.
No, exactly. He's a great martial artist, but this is year 2, and he's getting into it. You know what I mean? And if you look at the suit, it says it all. Like he has like the cop things on the utility belt. Like we put pepper spray in. This man just made this up. This is how he's doing it as he goes. I'm like, I thought it was perfect, especially when every time he got shot, he was on some, all right, I can't let him get another shot off or I'm screwed.
Yeah.
You can tell he got shot once. He was like, I gotta get to him quick.
And also you gotta be on, like, Alfred is the only one that has access to him, so he's probably teaching him some shit. Like he goes some basic shit, so that way you could defend yourself, and then he just like you become an expert in that basic shit. And then there you go. I don't think he has Muay Thai experts coming to the house on weekends teaching him how to do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my man.
You see the house, it looks like nobody goes there. By the way, that's another thing. I love the fact that it's not a mansion in a way. It's a building in the middle of Gotham. It's right smack in the middle of Gotham. He is literally in the city, not on some hill away from the world. So this is clearly year one until he makes something more like a bigger bat. He has like a Batman cave because it's not that big. It just fits the car.
It's a Batman cave. Yes, it's a Batman cave. Yes,
fits your car, fits your motorcycle, and that's it. Everything else you do in your apartment or your building, and nobody can see it except you and Alfred. Nobody goes into certain rooms.
So speaking of his gadgets and stuff, yo, did he shoot venom in himself?
That's what
it looked like.
That's exactly what we were thinking.
My man said, "Ah!" And I was like, "Who's like, what are we doing?" And my man just bang, 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 and Jim's like, "Yo, chill," and he knew it. He said, "Yo, my bad." But like, yo, that looked like venom to me.
Yeah.
The prevailing theory online is that it was just adrenaline.
Okay.
I don't
Is
think
adrenaline green?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never had to use it.
Maybe for the fact of just, because green pops. So when you see it,
True.
Most of adrenaline is really clear. So you're not really like, oh, it doesn't look like much. But something green, for cinematography-wise, like to make it stand out, I thought it was venom too. I was about to go, where did you get venom from?
Yeah, I hope
just got here.
I hope it's venom.
Bane.
I hope it's venom.
How cool would it be if it is venom and we find out, like, if they ever get to continue this series and Bane shows up, if we find out that venom has been around this whole time, but it's not like drops or other drugs. It's like a really underground shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman's aware of it, but it's like it's too underground to worry about. So he only has a little bit of vial. He doesn't have anything to go off of. It's not prevalent.
If shit hits the fan, pop the venom. This is in case of emergencies. Yeah.
Until he sees Bane and is like, oh, that's what that's supposed to do.
Exactly. And
that's what I've been shooting myself up with.
Bane, like somebody that I'm like, see, that makes sense. That guy makes sense. I got nothing against Tom Hardy, but Bane is a big man.
Yo, but I mean, that would be dope. Like, let's say the second one, he does it again. And like the third one, when you introduce Bane, you see a little bit of an addiction to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's a storyline like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that would be kind of cool because that it goes, it's coherent with all three movies and shit.
Absolutely.
But
am I the only one that got the Court of Owls vibes 100% as they were talking about
a million percent?
They're like, yo, all about when you talking about all of that corruption, I'm like, yo, just say it.
Yeah, there was I said Court of Owls 10 times while watching that movie.
Yep. I was
dead
like,
ass,
man. I mean,
they said it too. They said it too. They were like, yo, for our second movie, we want to do Court of Owls. And we were like, all right, hold on. Let's get through the first one first. And okay.
Patterson was big. Patterson is big on that.
You got my attention.
Matt Reeves wants to do Mr. Freeze.
Yes.
Patterson wants to do Court of Owls.
I mean, we can have a main villain with the court in the background. That's the thing. If we do have the Court of Owls, I don't want to see 15-minute monologue speeches from them either. I want it to be quick, deliberate, and to the point.
I think it's got to be the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
For this to work, have the Court of Owls be the main thing that Batman's trying to detect and run down, and like you said, we get 15-minute soliloquies, but he's going connecting dots, trying to figure out why that owl dude is hunting him.
Cool.
And then the secondary storyline is somebody thinking that they're manipulating Victor Freeze to do something, but he's really using them to find a cure. And then at some point, he has to make that. This is how you make him a sympathetic, realistic villain. You understand that he's only doing this to save his wife, and then at a certain point, he has to make a decision, and he makes a decision to cross that line. And now Batman's got to deal with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you got to think
Mark Strong from Mr. Freeze. Mark Strong.
Yeah.
It's my fan cast. Everybody says it, but Mark Strong.
Get
can't
Arnold.
put Mark Strong for everybody.
Listen, man. They used him once in DC. It didn't work out, but they can fix him now.
Yeah. My vote is for Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's the only one who can do it.
Yeah.
Let him redeem
Everybody
himself.
freeze.
freeze.
and it's funny because he's so old now and shit. But hey,
No, you know who I would get? Bryan Cranston.
Who's that? That's the.
You know what's funny? I've always
Breaking
wanted
Bad.
Bryan Cranston as Mr. Sinister for some reason.
I can see
something
that.
about him that I can see that.
I think he can bring something to Mr. Freeze where you like he'll have you on the edge of tears, and then it could be that you guys seen John Wick 2?
Mm-hmm.
You know that moment where he's inside the fucking the hotel. I forget what the fuck they call it, but
Continental.
Yeah, he's in the Continental, and he's about to pull the trigger, and we're like, "Yo, John, don't do it."
Yeah,
and he fucking does it. Bryan Cranston can bring us a moment like that where we're all looking at the screen like, "Nah, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this." And the minute he does it, it breaks our heart.
Yeah, that's actually
really
like, good.
Fuck. Now it's almost like, damn. Now Batman's got to come and deal with you. We didn't want this to happen.
Yeah.
That'd be a great way to do that take without it being something silly or stupid. Or
I can see. Does this Batman get a Robin?
No.
Do you see this Batman with a Robin?
You know what? To redeem the whole Batman and Robin thing, not the movie, but just the concept. I think at the end of 2, he's gotta have like a no choice moment. And then when we start 3, you see him going, well, if I don't have a choice, I might as well train you correctly.
Yeah.
And that'll start building his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole it's gonna change the dynamics of like Dick Grayson and all that.
I kind
of don't wanna, oh, your parents died in the thing, I'll take you in.
But it kind of fits that because I was getting that vibe when he was looking at the son.
Yeah.
In the funeral home, he's staring at him. It's like he sees himself in that.
Yep.
Like I can definitely see him seeing himself in Dick and being on some like the kid is there and he needs somebody and he's just sitting there and Alfred's like, we'll take him. Like Alfred sees him like sympathizing with the kid, but he doesn't want to say anything. And Alfred's being we'll take him. And Alfred is taking care of the kid, and then he runs into Batman and he tries to be Batman, he's like, yo, if you're gonna do this shit, you gotta do this shit right. And then or Alfred trains him. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can build up that dynamic. Is like, yeah, you're Robin, but you were never accepted by Batman.
Yes.
And then when he turns into Nightwing, he can have that whole, dilemma with him. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And you know what? Like the supporting cast of this movie was so strong that, bro, bring in whoever you want. Bring in Robin. Let me see some Two-Face. I mean, don't put too many villains in one. Like, don't make it Arkham City where it's October 31st and he's just like trying to get everybody. I'm like, okay, the Long Halloween. I like that you guys use this continuity. It's a great storyline for Batman. The Arkham games use that specifically. But like, hey, man, a Robin might not be bad. I think the whole dynamic between him and Catwoman was working. We can have something like that with him and Robin as well. I mean, bro, again, Penguin, incredible. Jim Gordon, incredible. Catwoman also did her thing. I liked her very much.
John Turturro's Falcone was good.
They were all great. So it's like, man, if you keep this vibe and you're bringing in the correct people, fuck it, let's see it. Maybe this is a chance for Finn Jones to fix himself a little bit. Let's bring Finn Jones as Robin. Let's give him another shot. What do you guys think?
Let's do it. Yo, 2 things real quick. One, I love the fact that they made the dynamic. I love the fact they made the dynamic of him and Catwoman. Like you can tell that they're like she and like they're falling for each other.
She said, "I have a thing about strays."
But they did it in silence.
Yeah, it wasn't out there.
I think that right there is a stronger connection than if they would have been like, but I love you and this and that. No, they did it in silence. Batman didn't answer any questions. And she figured it out. Like you would, but you're already married to Gotham. Yeah. Like, I already know. But like I know, but I also know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
When I said, you have a lot of cats.
Yeah.
By the way,
and she's drinking the milk. I'm like, bro, we didn't need to do the milk, man. She could have grabbed some whiskey. It's fine. It's fine. We didn't need to do milk.
But it was funny. I heard mention of Bloodhaven at the end. I was like,
Yes.
Set up. But I love the fact that she was like her second or first year Catwoman. And
Yeah.
with your mask. She like just had something
right
anybody could buy. You know what I mean? And then she went along with it. But that was
the worst. That was the worst baklava I've ever seen in my life. It was not good. It was not good. It's like it was, but that was part of it. And I think she did great. She had great fight scenes as well. She was kicking and shit.
Yep.
Doing some. I was like, okay, girl.
Yeah,
I see
you.
you.
Falcone twice. He almost killed him twice.
And how good is that scene where she has the contacts on and she's walking in the club? He's like, look at him again. Look at him again. And she goes, bro, they're going to make me. And then like to have again that cinematography of people talking to you. Like I'm telling you, I felt like I was walking with this guy every step of the way. It felt so good. I'm glad that they did it. Like, did they crush it 10 out of 10? No. And I'm about to go into some gripes. But man, I'm glad that it was good. I think it was a phenomenal movie. But looking at it a little bit more critical, it's really good.
But before you get into your gripes, what was your favorite scene or shot of the movie? Because mine is right as he's trying to leave the precinct when he shoots the grappling hook.
Yeah.
And you get to ride it with him, and you get that whole perspective of the ground leaving. Like that shit was fucking good.
Everything was in your face, background blurry. The field of view use in this movie was nuts. But in terms of a favorite scene, I'm sorry, that fucking little Catwoman apartment that they were in with the train right next. I live right in front of the train. But I got space. That train is breaking mirrors. That train is shaking that house every time it passes. And look, man, I wish I could watch it again. I want to watch it again, and I want to just take a still of that. It looks so cool. Like I remember thinking, like, bro, I would hate to live in that apartment, but I kind of like to live in that apartment too. That apartment gave me some real Daredevil vibes. It was great, man. It was great.
Yo, here in New York, there's on the 2 train. If you ride one stop going into Manhattan, there's a part where it passes a building and it's like a foot from the fucking building.
It's right there. It's literally like if they stop the train, you go, yo, can I get an empanada? You can grab it from the lady's apartment, most likely.
Yeah, that's I think Annabelle and Jackson, like in between those two. Shit.
Honestly, that car starting.
Bro, the car was good. The car was good.
It sounded like a muscle car meets a jet engine. It's a muscle jet. And I was like, Jesus Christ. By the way, it's probably the most
back shot. The back shot of it. Yeah. The back shot of it was so cool.
Yeah. And that fight scene where everybody's shooting at him, but it's kind of like the Darth Vader
the Vader scene.
Yeah, the Vader scene. But that's what I'm saying. That's every time somebody shot once, he was already dropping them. You got one shot. Make it count.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know that they actually took the Vader theme from Rogue One and slowed it down. Really? And that was the music they used for Batman. Because I think the guy who did the audio did Rogue One.
Yeah. So
there was a lot of Darth Vader influence in this Batman.
Yeah, I had once said something incorrect. A lot of people that worked on this film worked on Rogue One. The director is who I got wrong. Garrett Edwards did Rogue One. Matt Reeves didn't. He did the Planet of the Apes. But I got it confused because almost everybody else did fucking Rogue One.
Yeah. Because I was getting mad Darth Vader vibes.
I was too. But besides that, I would say the police station was my favorite, like overall scene. Just him walking and all the cops, and even when the first dude came in, the one that they killed after, he's like,
the commissioner.
Jim, what the fuck is he doing here? Get this guy out of here. And Batman's just like, I'm right here.
One thing I gotta mention, this is I said this to Toe and Lay. This is the first time I actually believe that Batman and Gordon are actually friends. They're not just working together out of circumstance. They actually had fucking trust between them.
Yep.
And how good was that scene where he's like, where Gordon he like pushes him and he's like, yo, this is what you're gonna do. This is how you're gonna get out of here. But he's making it look like he's like mad.
Yep.
He's like, what the fuck? And he's like, okay, but how am I gonna get out? He goes, punch me. And it's funny because then later on he's like, man, you really didn't hold back on that punch. He was like, I did. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Give me it. This is, man, it was
So
good, man. I
before we
really
get into
enjoyed it.
gripes, what was your favorite scene or shot of the movie?
My favorite moment of that movie, even though a lot of it was when they had Penguin tied up in that little like area, and him and Gordon was screaming at each other.
Yeah.
When Gordon was like, "Come on, look at this shit!" It was one of those like, "Yo, okay, Gordon just proved this isn't the only thing you got to worry about."
Yeah.
He may be in a suit fucking you up, but I'm a bad motherfucker too. Like I'm not here playing around.
I use guns.
Yeah, because a lot of the times in a superhero movie, only the superhero is the bad, is the motherfucker with balls or somebody you don't want to fuck with.
The
Very
judge, jury, and
rarely-
executioner. Like he
Very rarely do you have the bad guys, the good guys, the people who don't have a side, and the background characters badass.
Great lead. It's a great
yeah.
lead to the topic.
Oh,
But yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love the fact that when even in the cop chase, when Gordon's like, all right, everybody stopped when he said stop. Not when the commissioner said stop. When Lieutenant Gordon goes stop, the cop stop, Batman stops. And also I'm like, yo, we respect this man.
Yeah,
we know what he's capable of.
Even the villains, he was like, yo, Batman, I'm on that list. Like, is he gonna come for me next? He goes, no, you're not corrupt.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
God, they pulled us some strings, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. I feel like this Batman was very personal to a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things that we've all craved from Batman that we got here, and everyone has their little things, but like that part there, that kind of reminds me of Predator when he tells the girl, don't pick up the gun. That's why he hasn't killed you yet. So it's like, and then you have everybody, doing the Thanos was right thing when it comes to Riddler. Like, Riddler, he's doing our job. And even Batman was like, he's killing bad guys, okay.
Yeah.
But then it got serious with them notes.
Kind of got the Red Hood vibes from that little Red Hood.
Hell yeah.
He was like, he was like, yo, I'm doing what you're not, in a way. But then all of a sudden, when he thinks they're partnering up, he was like, no, sir, you mistake that. We were never friends.
I don't know you.
It just felt so Gotham, bro.
Yeah.
It really just did, man.
I also enjoyed the fact that not every single cop was corrupt.
Yes.
Yeah, give us some good cops.
Yeah, because usually in the Batman movies, every single cop is corrupt except for Gordon. Yeah. And it's like, how is Gordon still alive?
Yeah.
I was telling them, which I'm upset. They're not doing the GCPD show. And I didn't go into the moment, but that guy Martinez, he's in that graphic novel.
Okay.
Yeah.
He comes up and he winds up partnering with the girl that Rosie Perez played in the other one.
Oh yeah, Montoya. Montoya.
So he winds up partnering up with her. Like he literally, you see him.
It wasn't Rosie
and he becomes
Perez.
one of Gordon's most trusted ones. It's like there's three besides Bullet. After that, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people. Like he says anything that happens with Batman, he just talks to those three. Even though Bullet doesn't like Batman, he understands. You know what I mean? But there goes that idea.
Word.
I mean, if you want a GCPD show, just watch Gotham.
Oh, it's true. And then you're also gonna get the Penguin thing. So they're gonna be in that.
Listen, the first 2 to 3 seasons of that show was good, but then it got really weird. Fourth season.
There's more than one season?
There's 5 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
Who the fuck was watching that?
I watched until 4, and I said, I can't do after 4. But the first 3 were pretty good.
When they gave us a steampunk banging, I got thrown way off.
The costume choices were really weird.
Yep.
Mr. Freeze looked terrible in that show. But I did enjoy the young Batman type of thing. It was cool for like the first couple seasons, but yeah, there was some on and off. I did like Alfred was good. I did like Jada Pinkett as Fish. I did like Fish. Fish was funny, but yeah, man, like I think that's why they decided not to go with it. But I'm okay with seeing fucking this guy, Mr. Wright, do Jim in like a show. Like redo
I think it's gonna be
redo Gotham with him. Redo the show Gotham with him as Commissioner Gordon. I'm in.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what your gripes are.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get into that.
All right. So number one, I understand this is nitpicking. I understand that we were trying to go for a more grounded Batman. I feel like they really want, like, I mean, Batman's always grounded. Batman is one of those characters that it's like, yeah, I mean, we've had discussions on here. Like, if anyone were to copy a superhero with the right amount of money, it would be Batman or Iron Man. So I get that they were going for a more grounded Batman. I didn't like the wingsuit. I didn't like it. My man took his cape and zipped up and wingsuited. I was like, what? Like in the Dark Knight series with Bale, Lucius Fox had a great way to explain how he can get the cape open and fly down with electromagnetic pulses throughout the cape. The fibers expand, and they use it for spelunking. And I didn't like the wingsuit. I saw that wingsuit and I was like, I'm gonna look away for 5 seconds because I do not like this. That was number one. Again, I anybody else had the wingsuit thing? Because I did not like the wingsuit.
I had the opposite reaction to it.
You like the wingsuit?
Yeah. I didn't like it, but it was one of those things when it happened. I was like, okay, that's a new way for him to do things. Year 2, he gotta figure out how to fucking jump off roof somehow. I get it.
I'm gonna give you that, but I mean, damn, like, and it's funny because there was one, like, when he was fighting Catwoman the first time, he used his cape as a maneuver, which you rarely see in the Arkham games. When he like when you're getting into some real trouble and you need to just some space, you could press the cape button and he turns around and like the cape kind of distracts people. He did that with Catwoman. I was like, yes, use that damn cape. I didn't like the wingsuit, bro. I did not like it. Again, nitpicking. We saw that shit for 5 seconds. Feel me? Number 2. Well, I mean, you guys go and I'll say my next one or whatever.
No,
but
you're on a roll.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
All right. So I understand that we were going for a really dark movie.
What up, Kenny?
What up, Ken? I know that we were going for a really dark movie here, which is what we were all interested in. Let's be honest. When everybody was like, yo, this is a sad, dark Batman, everybody's like, okay, talk to me. Riddler was a little much at points. I'm not saying that I wanted to see Jim Carrey. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the screaming and no. Did not like it. The last act dragged a bit. It dragged a bit. But overall, I didn't have huge gripes. I think for the most part, everything was okay. It was just those couple little things for me. Nothing too major. Like, is the movie perfect? No. And if I rewatch it, I'm pretty sure I'll find some things that I like and some things that I don't like. But off rip, Riddler was a little much. Although when he did start singing Ave Maria, it was pretty creepy. And I was like, okay, yeah, I see that. But like, I don't know. At first, I was getting like Hugo Strange vibes from him. At first, I'm like, I thought we were seeing Riddler in this. And, even the way he was talking with the mask and all of that, I'm like, what is happening here? So it was a little weird. But again, it was just little gripes for me. Little gripes. And I'm okay that we didn't see much Bruce Wayne, but I don't like how he was speaking to Alfred. I don't like it. Later on, when Alfred gets a little banged up, he's right there by his side, but you don't talk to Alfred like that. I get that you're going through some stuff, sir. But, and I know we're talking about gripes, but how cool was it that Alfred is just like, bro, what the hell are you doing? You need to be Bruce Wayne. No. Fuck it, blah, blah. He goes, by the way, I was looking at this thing, and this right here says blah, blah, blah. I love that. But yeah, my gripes weren't too much, but that was pretty much it. Maybe if you guys bring up some stuff, I'll be like, yeah, I didn't like that either. But yeah, that was pretty much it for me.
I didn't like the Riddler being a cult leader. I get it for the movie, but the Riddler I know is he does things and he makes riddles to see if he can stop it. And the motivation he had for doing what he's doing makes sense for the movie. But once he started getting on live and he's telling people to do all this other shit, it's like, hold on, wait. That's not really what I get from him. I get like a Joker doing that, you know, like, because if you think back to what was it, part 2, where in Bale, where he had to go and in Dark Knight, where he had to either go save Two-Face or his girlfriend, and the Joker gave him that little riddle, and he like it was the wrong one, and he went to go save Two-Face. Like, that's the type of Riddler I was expecting. He's like, I'm gonna blow up the city. You got to solve this riddle to stop it. And it turns out like, oh, that was just a distraction to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like that cult shit. Because I saw the Easter eggs, and I see, you know, it makes sense what they were doing, but it was like, I didn't like how he looked, and just that part was like, all right, that's not as detective.
I didn't need to see a green suit with a little weird green Chaplin hat and a question mark on. I didn't need to see that.
You know,
but this was like, man, let me see him like dressed up nice, maybe a nice little blazer.
If I'm not mistaken, maybe you guys can correct me. Isn't the Riddler a little bit like cocky? Isn't he one of those like?
Oh, he's arrogant.
I'm the smartest motherfucker in here.
He's arrogant.
Like, I would have loved to seen that. Like here goes some crazy shit. Think about this. The Riddler takes, you know, he fucking loves Zorro, and that's why he puts the mask on. And that's a play on how Bruce Wayne got inspiration to be a mass crusader, because they were watching Zorro when his parents died.
Anything you know more than the fucking trash bag that we got him in. And
he could have been.
It was a trash bag.
He could have been one of those guys that were rich and got screwed over, and now he's like, I gotta get this rat. You know what I'm saying? That origin could have tied into it. You know what I'm saying? The guy with autism that was just looking up the finances for Gotham because, you know, they're in the public library was like, oh shit, these 5 guys seem to be getting the most money. They obviously corrupted Gotham. Let me kill them all.
Yeah, right. He was a forensic accountant.
No,
a little more than just a dude at a library. But
you know, I get it, but
no. Look, I don't want to take anything away from the actor himself. I do feel like, in terms of what Matt Reeves wanted him to do, he crushed it.
Well, I get why he was screaming. I get why he was screaming, because think about this: when you're trying to make light of a problem, right, and no one's listening to you, and you get to that point where it's like, now I need to do something on my own, and people are like, you have to explain yourself, like, why are you doing all this shit? When you get to the parts that trigger you, you start getting mad, like on Raw. Like, I'm watching Damian Priest, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know why this fucking guy, like, I would get mad at the point that I have to say that he's fucking up this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand him doing that, but the whole, you know, changing levels, turning into an opera singer, I don't understand.
I was like, and that's kind of the thing about him, that it's like, you know, the Riddler, he's so smart and you know, like clever, that it's kind of like you don't want to see him mad. You don't want to see someone get to him, but obviously people will get to you. I get what you're saying. But yeah, it was just, I'm not saying he did bad. I would love to see him come back. Again, this was year 2. This was very early origins for a lot of the villains here. We have seen right now we're just seeing a lot of the mob element mostly.
Yep.
And Penguin is in the mob. So we're gonna see some more stuff later on. But I mean, I think the octaves, it was just a little weird at times. Yeah. But again, nothing to take me away from the movie. I was just like, oh, okay, I got you, Rid. I got you, E. I got you, son. But yeah, but I mean, it wasn't too much crazy shit. Like, for me, that really pissed me off.
Yeah. Laid Cap.
Not enough. One is not enough. Alfred. I feel like Alfred. I could have got a little more Alfred. You know what I mean?
3-hour fucking long movie.
Yeah, and I'm saying I want like you established Gordon and Batman very well, and Selena, and that's Catwoman's name from I just know. Selena and him. Shit, you established the Penguin and Batman.
Yeah,
but I wanted to establish this is the guy he's always with. And also, by the way, Alfred did do his own detective work as well. That's good to see that. I like to see that, but I want a little more Alfred. You know what I mean? I feel like that whole explosion thing was a good scapegoat, not to have like that Bruce turn, but I could use a little more Alfred, to be honest with you. Seriously. Because Andy Serkis is great, but just more Alfred. I wanted to see that bond more. From him being a dick to finally bonding when it didn't take him nearly dying.
Yeah.
You know?
I honestly think we're gonna
solve something. He's like,
I honestly think we're gonna see a lot of Alfred next movie, because I think next movie we're gonna see a lot of Bruce Wayne too. Yeah. Which it could go a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
But let's see if they could do a Dark Knight situation where they just blow it out the water. I mean, I have said this on record many times. It depends for me. It depends my mood. Sometimes I'm Batman Begins. Sometimes I'm Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoyed Batman Begins. I get it. People were sick of the origin. I don't think we were that sick of the origin at the time. I think it was that one that made us sick of the origin even more. So sometimes I like Batman Begins. I mean, obviously you can't take away from Dark Knight and, you know, Heath Ledger and his Joker, but sometimes I like Batman Begins. So hopefully we'll see some of that in part 2. And the way they're building up more Bruce Wayne for part 2, I think we'll see more Alfred. Yeah. But you're right. Would have loved to see more Alfred.
Yeah. This movie definitely makes me hate Batman vs Superman more. Yeah. It's just
wait until he shows up. Martha.
Yeah.
Look at it even say,
yeah. It's with fucking Lois. It's gonna be Lois versus Selena.
I kind of hope they don't do. I kind of hope they don't do no crossover stuff with this. Just let it live.
Get ass handed to her.
Just let it live. Just let him be Batman. Just let him live.
If he's gonna cross over with anybody, you gotta do either John Jones or Green Lantern.
I mean, most likely it'll be Joaquin Phoenix, like that. Like, you know, if you really are gonna do it, I don't think this DC Batman matches like what everybody else got going on in DC right now, like with, you know.
Oh yeah, he doesn't match Aquaman or none of that shit.
No, I don't think it'll be good.
But that's what makes it perfect, because Batman's not supposed to match him.
That's true. Batman has always been a part timer.
He's always been the. He's always been
the
that
vibe
guy.
of the movies. I meant the vibe of the movies.
But the vibe of this Batman with that Aquaman and Superman and the Flash and all that other shit would have been way better in Justice League, because they would have been talking shit and he would have just been standing there on some, I don't understand, like he with the look like fucking guys are idiots, and then just leaves and goes and handles his business. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Batman's always been a loner. From what I understand, the only person he actually respected was Superman.
If you guys have ever seen Justice League Unlimited, there's a scene where they're like, we all should turn ourselves in, and then hit Batman because you want me to do what? That is the dumbest move I've ever heard. If you want to turn yourself in, go ahead. Oh, you have to come with us. When the woman says, I don't have to do anything. I'm a part-timer, remember? And then turns off the screen.
And then Wonder Woman was like, yo, you actually took that better than I thought.
Curses out real quick.
I don't have to do a fucking thing.
Yeah, it's funny to deal with no superpowers and everybody else in there.
I do. I again, I know we're doing gripes. How did you guys feel about his Batman face? I think when he turned, there was like a lot of side shots, and it kind of reminded me of the Arkham suit, the Arkham games. It reminded me of that. Yeah. It's kind of, the ears were a little pointy, a little bit, but that's just. I thought it was great.
I was telling Lane,
I want to watch it again so bad.
When he was laying on the table in the interrogation room, that I saw the Ben Affleck Batman. So if they had Ben Affleck as old man Bruce and this one is young Bruce, and they did that little flashpoint shit, I can see them just in the suits alone. I can see them being older, younger. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that Ben Affleck, jaw from him.
Yeah, same. Okay, Cap, give us some gripes.
So this is gonna be weird, because I'm born and bred Marvel till I die, and I had a ton of gripes about Spider-Man. I only have 2 gripes about this movie. One, we piled on the Riddler a lot, but the right before the Joker calms him down, when the Riddler sees that he failed and getting Batman on his side, and he's in the jail cell screaming his ass off, that took me out of the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what? I don't understand what's going on.
Yep.
That should have been a more registered and calm response.
Like, okay, I'll get you next time.
Either that, or that should have been more of a no, he didn't see it. He didn't make the connection.
Yeah.
The whole fucking I'm gonna turn into a banshee shit. I don't get that.
Like it would have been funny. Like he didn't get it. Stupid Batman. Because it would have been like that arrogance coming out. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Because it's
the
also
screaming,
weird.
the screaming from Riddler took me out of a lot, man. Yeah.
It's also
when it first
weird
came out,
that,
that's one of the first things Cap said, and I was like, "Yo, I don't know, like I don't know what happened." Like he did it, and I was like,
was just screaming
"What happened?
so much.
Did I miss something?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, I felt like I missed a part of the scene." I was like, what?"
It was also weird that the Joker had to like talk him off the ledge.
When the Joker pushes people off ledges, I'm like,
yeah, it was a weird moment where they were like, "Hey, I can get out of here. Do you want to come with me?" It's like, wait, what? So we're teaming
that whole last scene was very weird. Very weird.
In my head canon, the Joker would have been like, "Damn, I thought I was crazy. You really need to be in here, bro. Like, you really need the benefits of Arkham." But
the Joker has said that plenty of times, like, "Hey, y'all think I'm crazy?" And then he'll just be pointing at Batman, like, "You see this guy over here?" Yeah. I'm very. I need to see what they're gonna do with Joker. I need to see that. Yeah.
The other gripe I have was this movie was 3 hours almost, and about 2.5 hours, I was like, "All right, we need to wrap this shit up."
Yeah.
Like,
it was long.
After I had that thought, the movie kept me engaged enough to make it to the end.
Mm-hmm.
But this, you felt every fucking minute of this movie. Because again, it's not supposed to be, but there was no fun. There was no moment where you're like standing up and cheering like, ah! This was just like okay, we're all going to get through this together, guys. All right, let's just hold hands, take a deep breath. We're going to make it. We're going to make it through. Picture perfect. I felt like towards the end, the whole crowd was looking like, all right, we're all going to cross the finish line of this marathon. Who's almost collapsing? We need to pick them up.
Like holding them in the back of the soldier line, like, "Yo, get up, man! We're some Gomer Pyle shit."
Yeah.
Like, I hear you.
That's
It
the
was
thing.
long. It was lengthy. It's DC. I guess they don't have those hype moments. I guess for the movie that they wanted to do, I don't think they wanted to go for that, which I'm okay with. And there was a few jokes here and there, but you're right. There wasn't really like any, stand up and cheer moments. Yeah, I know that's not what they want to go for. I know not everything needs to be the MCU. I get it. But like those fun hero moments where you just do like a cool hero landing or something shows up. Maybe we're too used to it now because of Marvel, but.
And everybody, a lot of people try to be anti-Marvel. So,
but
I respect them for doing something different. Yeah.
I appreciated that this Batman walked down the stairs and fucked up those people on the train station because this wasn't with the grappling hook is swinging in.
He used it once. He used the grappling hook once.
This was literally the Punisher version of Batman.
He used the grappling hook twice, but
once. So in the police station was the other time?
Well, when he went to go sever the cable, he grappled to it and then swung over.
And then gotcha.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, honestly speaking, this was a murder mystery with a Batman skin on it.
Yeah.
Which
this was definitely 7 with Batman.
Exactly.
So I've seen a lot of people say that they saw This was like Saw and Seven put together
Yes.
with Batman. I'm like, well, first of all, the Riddler makes one rat contraption, and we're calling him Jigsaw.
No, well, because he did say at one point that he wanted to play a game.
He did. But I mean, the Riddler been doing this before Jigsaw. Doing this before Jigsaw. The letters and the, to the Batman.
Jigsaw's a ripoff of the Riddler.
Now there is 7 vibes. There is 7 vibes.
Time out. Time to fuck out. Jigsaw is not a ripoff of Riddler. Jigsaw is out here saving people's lives.
Oh, here we go.
Showing them he's not a villain. He's showing them that the error of their ways, and that no matter how tough situation is, you can always find the strength to fight through it and persevere. That motherfucker's a hero.
Can I tell you one of the craziest
and once
Jigsaw
again,
things ever? Can I tell you? To me, I know Jigsaw did a lot of things, but the one, man, I'm feeling it now. I think it was Saw 3. I don't know. There's 13 of those motherfuckers. The one where they had to put their hand in something, and it was like a buzz saw, like chopping your arm down in half. And Homegirl's like, her arm is literally like that. I feel it in my hand every time I talk about that shit. But there's one that they put like their hand somewhere. And she's like, yeah. She's like, and she comes out. Her hand is like split. And then the second one is the one that homie's in this contraption. It just starts twisting everything. Arms twisted, head twisted. Yo, it was sick. But yeah, like I saw the 7 comparisons. I saw the Saw comparisons. I'm like, all right, guys, Riddler been doing this for a long time. But yeah, I definitely saw the 7 vibes a lot. I did.
Yo, but see, here's the difference. Like you guys had mentioned, the Riddler is never this fucking vicious with it.
He's not. He likes to play
so the
jokes.
Riddler might have been doing the whole riddle thing for a long time, but this level of Riddler, this shit took it to a whole new.
Yo, tying people's face with the tape. That was yo.
Here's another. I just found another gripe, and this is a very small gripe because this is a me problem. To me, it looked like the motherfucker has never seen duct tape before. Because in that first thing he put it out, he was looking at it like, I don't know, what is this the shiny side? What are we doing with this?
Yeah,
that's what it looked like to me.
But it's kind of brawly because he just said, I was like,
he
it's
loves
not
to,
that easy.
He loves to the whole thing. Like, bro, you don't have to, like, if you rip that off, it's gonna like hang and stick to each other.
yeah, it doesn't work well.
If you want to tie somebody up like that, you gotta put the tape on themselves and then you do one of these.
Yeah.
You don't. But that was for the dramatic effect. We get it. Guys.
It looked like he tried to one shot the whole. Like, I can just get it in one shot and just tie it around.
Yeah. So save as much tape as possible.
Yeah. I got
more bodies to do over here.
I got visions of growing up and it's like, yo, hand me some tape. How much do you need? And you're like, about this much. I don't know. He's like, that much.
Imagine him just like fucking ripping little pieces off and hanging them on table like just like, okay, here. And he's just all right. Yeah. No, I mean, yo, Riddler is the biggest I get what you guys were doing, but shit, I wanted a little bit more fun out of the Riddler, and I get it. This is the problem with DC. When DC, well, I mean, this is a DC property, but like, I don't think we could compare it to Justice League, all of that stuff. But like, everybody says, "Oh, DC, you're too dark," and then they're too funny. It's like, "Oh, you're too weird," and then they go back to dark. I think this was a nice balance of it. I think this was a nice dark to it, where it wasn't like too fucking off the wall, but Riddler definitely, he was the off the wall factor here. So it's like, again, I'm gonna keep saying this. I didn't want to see Jim Carrey, but I also didn't want to see fucking whatever he was. That shit was he was a serial killer.
Think of this.
I just needed him to almost, how do I say it? To almost mock Batman.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I needed him mocking Batman in the riddles, then in person and going, you see, everybody thinks you're this genius.
You're an idiot.
You're my level. You're not me. And that's perfect Riddler, because that's Riddler's whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Outwitting the Batman. He doesn't win a lot, but he tries. Yeah. I know he does. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
the rat contraption did look cool though. It looked very scary. I can't do rats, so I was like, okay.
I didn't get it. I was like, what? You're gonna anger the rats, and then they're just what?
And then
they're gonna go through the maze and eat this dude's face. Like,
and that's exactly what happened. Like when they show when he shows the picture to Penguin, you can't really see it, but essentially you're seeing a guy's face chewed by rats.
Yeah, but I'm over here like, why are rats just? I was like, you could piss off a rat that much that he's just gonna go, fuck it, I'm gonna go fight somebody.
Have you not seen Fast and Furious?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. But they heated him up.
They set him on fire though. That's different.
Like he was heating. They were heating up the can, and they needed to escape. But I
don't know what he did to these rats.
Yeah, we don't.
He could have trained these rats.
It was a cool contraption, but I think that's where people started making like a lot of the Saw comparisons. Because at first it was Riddler, he was murdering people, he was leaving riddles. The Saw contraption, the rat contraption, still kind of like Flacca. We almost done. Promise.
Yeah, we're almost done, Flacca.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
So
think of this.
Appreciate you being here, though.
How far is the Joker gonna have to go
to top
the level of crazy? Like, the Joker's gonna have to be cannibalizing motherfuckers.
No. See, this is the thing, though. There's a difference between crazy and psychopathic. The Riddler played that psychopath, right? Where he was like fucking doing this shit, almost like for pleasure. Where the Joker can be just crazy. There's no reason. See, that's what makes shit scary. When it's like we knew why the Riddler's doing this. The Joker just got a random woman off the street and goes, Batman, why don't you save her? Kapow. Couldn't do it. And just runs away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on some serious shit. Like, yo, he just literally, like, he tries to get Batman's attention by just running around. Boof, where you at, Batman? Boof, where you at?
So, you see the scene you just described?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I mean. That's a hell of a lot of escalation. From he's a corrupt dude and I'm getting corruption out to now I'm just randomly pulling women or whoever, bang.
But that's what the Joker does. The Joker goes on live TV and kills the audience.
Yeah, but the escalation is gonna be fucking.
I'm rehabilitated. That was a joke. Everyone's dead.
Well, I get where Cap is coming from because if the Joker, let's say we do see Joker in part 2. And he's not doing outrageous shit, everybody's gonna be like, man, how the Riddler was crazier than the Joker. Someone will say that. So Joker legit gotta like decapitate people.
Yo, did we get Harley Quinn with this Joker?
Not right away.
Yo,
I don't think we'll see her at all.
We don't need Harley Quinn. She's oversaturated. We got her in every other aspect of DC. We're good. We're good on that quota. To be honest, we're good on the Joker quota too.
Yeah.
But doing a Batman series without the Joker in it, it's kind of like eating Oreos without the cream. Straight out
but
the bag.
I would like to get a Poison Ivy.
I want a Poison Ivy because her story is like super sad. I think Poison Ivy fits the sadness and the overall style of this movie. I feel like you could do like a crazy dark fucking room full of
Do
Poison
a black mask
TV show.
You could definitely do Black Mask with the whole mafia thing.
Yeah.
It could be him and Penguin trying to control the city. Like he just comes up and the Penguin and him are just going at it. And it's happening in the comics.
I don't think people know how badass the Black Mask is.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Like, yeah, man. He's an expert in torture. Like, I've never heard that before. He's an expert in torture. He's a marksman. He's like he's well versed in some kind of martial arts. And my man, like, the way he tortures, he'll melt a mask on your face, and that's what happened to him, ironically. But he just left the mask on. That's why he never that mask is burnt onto his face. But he collects masks. Like he was obsessed by them and shit. That's where his family got his wealth and shit. Because he was a rich boy that was cut off pretty much, and he turned to the mob.
That'll do it.
Yeah, but I mean that version of Black Mask in this version of Batman. That'll be one hell of a fucking boss fight scene right there.
For real.
But all right,
I think Poison Ivy would fit great.
Yeah.
I think Cap is 100% right. Let's leave Harley out of this. Besides, I don't even think like chronologically, like I don't think he'll. I don't know. I don't think he could just show up with Hardy. I feel like Hardy's something we work to, and I don't think they have 6 movies. You know, it might be just 3. Are you really gonna?
To be
You know
honest
who
with
they
you, you
could do?
could, because the Joker just kind of showed up.
He did. That's kind of like how he did it. It was the same in Batman Begins. At the end of the movie, he goes like, "Yo, we got this new guy. He's leaving a calling card." And
Yeah.
it's the Joker, and then we see him. I like if we do that again, where we start the second Batman movie, and it's just Joker, like maybe sharpening some knives or cleaning a gun or
Look.
whatever. That'll be cool.
How about we do this? In the comics, we have this girl. This is the Joker's new squeeze. Her name is Punchline.
Oh wow!
If we're gonna do that, if we're gonna give the Joker somebody else to bounce off of instead of Harley Quinn, let's get Punchline. Let's get a whole brand new dynamic and a whole different take on this thing. Where for general audiences, this is a blank canvas where you could do something cool, something out of the box, and we don't have to. It don't always have to be the same shit every time.
Yeah.
Imagine
The
they
thing about her,
Riddler.
she's not obsessed with the Joker. She just understands what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not like a lovesick puppy. She's also, no, I get you. I'm with you, but that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not like the other one. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Like
break,
imagine in the next one they Riddler Harley Quinn, and she's just super crazy and not like, but like screaming and kind of because I mean, all of Batman is dark, but she kind of provided a little comic relief with the whole with the way she talks and all of that. But like, imagine they just Riddler her and she's just like full on psychotic screaming and just.
I don't know. Yo, this might sound sexist, but I don't think a woman can do something like that.
Well, like
the way the Riddler was acting, I don't think a woman. If a woman acted like that, it would have to be like she's an animal type shit. Like there's no turning off. Like you know what I'm saying? Because they don't deal with anger the same way we do.
Yeah, they're a lot calmer, cool, and collected.
You know
what
I'm saying. So it's like that type is that's a guy doing this shit that may be on the spectrum, but a woman dealing with something like that, I don't think
like a woman would react a lot better to situations than just completely flipping and losing her shit. Like she'll take it back to the lab, do some smart think about it, and come back and get you in a lot clever way.
Like a set of her screaming, she'll tone it down.
And she'll start talking really calm. That's when you know she's fucking lost it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Shiva. Hire an assassin to murder him. Black Mask does it. He goes, who should I hire? The best assassin in the world is Lady Shiva, because she's the best martial artist in the world.
There you go.
Put those skills to the test, Batman, right away.
We can even get
a me dream casting. I would love to see that.
We can get a scene.
We had 12 other Batmans.
We can get a scene with Lady Shiva where Black Mask talks to Victor's ass and is like, yo, give me the best assassin to take out Batman. He goes, okay. They come back. There's like 15 dudes sitting with Black Mask talking. She walks in. Black Mask is like, yo, who's this broad? I thought I told you to get the best. And then she just kills everybody except for Victor's ass and Black Mask. And he goes, just drops the money on the table. And that's it. No words, no nothing. Just, there you go. Go
get him. I like this one.
Yep, exactly. He goes, yeah, I like her. He goes, actually, that's why I invited. I don't know where these other guys came from.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I only invited her.
I was just about to say he can even do that, like just laugh it off and go, "These aren't even my men. These are the Penguins guys."
I'm like, Joker, not these guys. They're kind of dead.
Do we see Two-Face?
Who?
I don't know how you bring Two-Face in.
He has to be a college buddy or something because they were friends.
But the funny thing is they mention Elliot, and that's Hush. Like Edwards Elliot is really in the comics Thomas Elliot's great grandfather. But they mention Elliot, and Elliot, their last name is connected to Hush, to his best friend that wound up killing his family. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much set up that way, because remember, in the thing, Thomas Falcone got him killed.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there's a motivation for Hush to destroy anything that has to do with the Waynes.
Yeah.
And the Riddler made it seem like the Waynes and everybody was connected. So
yeah, the Waynes, the Arkhams. By the way, once again, we said it when we left. The Arkhams is a fucked up last name.
Yeah.
The Arkhams.
Yeah.
It's not even what it stands for in Gotham. It just sounds like shit. Oh, I'm Kevin Arkham. I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah.
dude, I didn't even know
Last name
Arkham
makes me
was
untrustworthy.
Psychopathic.
I didn't even know they were people.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I read
the
that.
Waynes and the Arkhams. Those like the Arkhams.
I think I read
Yeah.
the comic that is. But yeah, they're the ones who clearly started Arkham Asylum. Like, that's how they made their money in asylums.
Yo, to me, that was like finding out that like a football team in the 1940s used to be the fucking Gazettes, and you're like, the what?
The Gazettes.
we got the Commanders now.
Yeah.
Listen. Since you brought up the Commanders, all right, there is a bunch of NFL teams with stupid names.
Oh yeah,
the Cleveland Browns. I actually would prefer to be the Commanders.
It's funny. Don't forget the
Now the problem with yeah, I mean Colts. That's just a cool horse though, But like the problem with the Commanders is that someone's gonna shorten up this name and call them the Washington Commies. That is gonna be fucking hilarious. But I mean, the Houston Oilers. They're not the Oilers anymore. But
that was.
Dude, but it's a whole bunch of oil fields in Texas.
That has always been so stupid.
I mean, that's why I get it. But like, it's still a weird name, bro.
Green Bay Packers.
The Packers
is dumb, son. That's a stupid ass name.
And then you have the Houston Texans.
Little repetitive.
I would have rather a cool name. And look, the Commanders kind of reminds me of a time where, like NFL Blitz and like Mutant League NFL. You have the Commanders, the Zappers, shit. It kind of gets me to that like fun mode. I'm okay with the Commanders. I'm all right with it because A, there's a lot of other stupid names in the NFL, and B, it takes me to like this weird time like NBA Street, NFL Street. We had these weird names. A lot of these unlicensed sports games had these really weird names for like teams, and it kind of reminds me of that. If you guys never checked it out, I mean, it's an old game now. Clearly, by today's standards, it wouldn't work. But Mutant League Football was incredible. It was essentially Madden at the time, but with mutants playing, and there was no rules. You can do crazy blocks. You can hit people after the whistle. And sometimes you tackle people so hard they just blow up. Yo, hysterical. It was super funny.
Yep.
Yeah, we're starting a new podcast, NuKKle HeDD Football, coming to Sunday YouTube soon.
Oh,
nah, Kenny.
Let me tell you, man. Sundays are sacred for me, bro. The way I view life, only God and athletes should work on Sunday, bro. I'm not, that's not the case. I know some people have to work on Sunday, but you'll never get me to do anything on Sunday but watch football and play video games. That's my day.
So, Kev, would you say you live your life one Sunday at a time?
One Sunday at a time.
Oh my God.
That's the best way to put it. Hey, yo, even like my job, right? If the end of the month is coming, you got to ramp it up. People like to purchase shit at the end of the month for some odd reason. If the last day of the month ends on a Sunday, I'm not working it, bro. I haven't worked a Sunday in years, and I want to keep it that way, bro.
I hear you. It doesn't matter if it comes after a Saturday or before a Monday. A Sunday's a Sunday.
Sunday's a Sunday. Now, if you guys want to do a little football talk, I'm okay with that.
Oh, real quick before we move on, I don't know if you want to shout this out, but whoever made this,
this
is a brownie. Whoever made that, I don't believe in religion and all that. But clearly, some sort of higher power sent.
So there's a woman at my job who has a small business. Her name is NuKKle.
Someone with a higher power.
Yeah.
Is it like a dirty brownie or just regular brownie? Like a slut brownie? I think they call it because they put the Oreos in the bottom, or it's just a regular brownie.
No, it's a regular brownie. But if the person who made this brownie said that in order for me to get another one, I have to walk into the newborn ward and smack a newborn in the face, wow, no question.
Yeah,
No hesitation.
He wasn't crying. I was just trying to get some tears going.
right. So her name is Nukkle, who made that. I tagged her on the International Women's Day post on my Instagram. She has a small business where she bakes cupcakes and all that other stuff. She made that for me for my birthday on Thursday. So
yeah. Everybody watching, go hit her up if you want something delicious. Yo, this thing has been sitting in the living room for a little bit. Still, this the only thing I've ever had that comes close is an MRE brownie that was made in 1985. And for any military people, y'all know when you get the brownie, you're like, all right, I'm not trading this for shit. This right here surpasses.
So where we used to work at as kids, me, Lay, and all these guys, there was a military cat there, Burgos, and he used to bring rations all the time, and we used to be like, yo, they weren't great, but it was cool to like eat a ration, and like the way that it made them with like that acid oil in it, you gotta heat it up. I was like, man, this is cool. He was like, yo, when you're eating that shit overseas, it's not great. But you guys, yo, bro, the guy used to bring tons of rations. You remember that shit, right, Led? You should bring so much of those MREs for us, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you,
I never had the brownie, though. Never had the brownie.
There's nothing like picking up a package of food and seeing that it was made in 1980 something, and you're like, wait a minute, I can still eat this? And they're like, yeah. Pour the water in the bag, put this shit in the bag, and you watch it as it puffs up, gets super fucking hot, and all of a sudden you're like, here's a plastic, little plastic fucking slop bag, and I'm eating beef stew, and it tastes fucking great.
Shit comes out like a hungry. It comes out like a hungry man, bro, and it's just like steaming. To me, that was the most bugged out shit in the world. You throw a little water, that acid starts going, and it heats up the whole thing. I was like, bruh.
Here's two things. One, you could see the look on people's faces when you get Skittles or M&Ms, because everybody's like, oh, fuck, this is one of the new ones.
Oh, so they like the old ones.
You get confections in the old ones, like a lemon cake or the poppy seed cake or the brownie, or you get something like that. If you take the water and you put pepper, if you take all the spices that comes with it to flavor it, if you throw it in the water, let it steam up, and pop it real quick, you get instant tear gas.
There's fucking acid in there, of course.
No, but like legit fucking, like if you're in a pinch, pop it at somebody, they're teared up. You can either escape, take them down, whatever you got to do.
See, that's why you got to shout out the vets, because they risk it all and they're fucking clever. There's always a way out for a vet. For a military man, there's always a way out. That's awesome. That's really cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty dope. My man say, yo, we got nothing here but acid water. Let's get these fuckers. Motherfuckers it kind of reminds me of Three Ninjas.
I was about to say that.
The pepper bombs.
And just the laxative in their soda and shit. Fuck it.
Great scene. Great scene. Great scene. But I think, all right, y'all, I think we're done.
Yeah. It's safe to come back.
30, 40
We got an
minutes.
hour left. Let's talk about the topic.
We got an hour left. I guess we could just keep it to like one per person. And it's funny because I also didn't prepare very much. I think we all were just kind of hype about the review.
Yeah.
We just kind of like me. I was just focused on that. But I mean, I got somebody. My favorite hero of all time in the X-Men is an unsung hero. So I'm just gonna talk about him, son.
There you go. All right, so let's start. Lay, this was your topic. You want to, give a little description of what's going on?
So this is pretty much the heroes that back up. Everybody gets the big spotlight. Your Superman, your Batman, your Captain America, your actually Nick Fury, your who the hell's his cat's name? I forget him now. But everybody that's the person behind them that puts in as much work or more sometimes. gets no glory, but they still do what's right every single time. A lot of times not loved, a lot of times not even known. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. You know, look at that at 11. Good call, by the way.
Nah, I've been here. Yeah, wasn't ruining the movie for me.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yo, Flocka, we're done with Batman. We're talking about the main topic now. So there you go.
I've been paying attention. You see, I know y'all done.
So you was listening to us, but you don't want us to ruin the movie.
Well, he was chiming in.
I've been in and out. Yeah.
He was like, it was like double Dutch, you know. He was grabbing, ready to go. He was ready to go. He was ready to go.
Me and Flocka got the same timing, B. Because when you answered her, I was like, shit, me too. Gotta go.
Yo,
right,
show.
What you missed was that the Riddler we hated. The Bane when he killed the white guy for having sex with the Asian, that was like a little confusing.
Well, I stayed a little too long, so I understand that the Riddler is too loud. My bad. Y'all fucked it up for me.
They have these ducks that went through the whole Gotham thing. Do you want to hear the meaning of this? Because it's significant to the movie.
Fucking ducks, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they might have stole the movie. Let's go back. Yo, Cabs, tell them about the ducks.
Well, so you see the penguin. Remember in Batman Returns that the penguin ate a fish? This time he eats a duck. It was legit, like raw blood coming out. And
Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne shit.
I got you.
No. Yo, I do have a question for you, Show. You did anything different to your setup? You looking bright? You sounding good, bro? You did anything? Like you looking? I haven't seen you this HD in a long time.
You know what's crazy?
Not on the cell phone.
Nah. I turned on two other lights. These two lights I turned on.
You looking good, bro, and you sound good too. I'm like, all right.
Appreciate you, man. I thought these was gonna be too much. I turned them on once.
Yo,
I was like,
it's a vibe.
Camera is your friend.
It's a good vibe. I like the vibe.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate
I'm looking for a front light to put on my shit here because the light on the cam is not great. And when I turn on all the lights in the house, it's too bright. And I actually have like a setting on my monitor to bring the brightness down. Because look, let's say I look at a white screen, bam.
Yeah.
And that's with the brightness pretty much all the way down.
Get a little cheapy chop ring light.
It's something like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You could clip it onto the desk. It's like $20. And it also has like a phone holder.
Oh shit! In case you want to get freaky with it. Boom, boom, bing.
Yeah, that's for the OnlyFans.
Exactly.
Yo, why everything leads to that fucking path to you, bro?
Because it's always about the.
Come on, dog. I made the sound effect.
All right, let's go. Go ahead, Lay. Show interrupted you.
I'm back.
Yeah. Sorry about that. But real quick though, I'm sorry. I'm gonna interrupt you again. Do you remember till the first time I got on cam with you guys that we were talking about that time with Krills that we got into a fight or whatever with the homeless and Joe P was there. Remember I told you about my idea that I wanted to start a food drive for the homeless, but call it Only Cans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, Joe P shot down my dream. He's like, oh, Cabs, the kind already did that. I was like, fuck. I was really gonna do that.
Shit.
Let's bring canned foods. We give it to them. I only want canned foods. I don't want anything else but that. And we call it Only Cans. I think that would have been a good idea.
Here's a question though. Here's a logistical question. Are you giving them can openers?
Well,
because how you expect them to get into those cans?
Hey, that's their problem.
Bro,
that's their problem.
Yo, son, let me tell you, no one has more ingenuity than a homeless person. They'll make it happen somehow. Motherfucker just say, just take out a quick switchblade. It's just, yeah.
I was about to say the dumbest shit in the world, but I'm gonna hold my tongue.
I mean, go ahead.
This is the podcast for you to do it.
Word. No. Nothing could be worse than shit.
I hate myself for saying this, but I was about to say they got all the ingenuity in the world, except when it comes to getting their life on track.
It's hard to get a job when you can't shower. You feel me? Like it's hard. It's hard to get a job when you can't shower.
Like I said, I'm fucked up. That's why.
It was a joke.
A couple of podcasts ago, you said you love everybody, and I said I don't, because I know what lane I'm in, and I stay there.
When I say I love everybody, it's the people that come and watch us. And it's funny because Cap's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
He's like, fuck them too.
But Cap, that's what the people come here for. You have no idea how many people that are like personal friends to me and like come to watch and they're lurking in the back and they're like, yo, that Cap guy's pretty smart. Everyone loves you, kid, because you're real. People like real like that. Yeah, fuck all of you guys. I think our thing is here. Hey, go fuck yourself. Hit the subscribe button. This is what we do. But I gotta counterbalance that because like Thanos said. All right, my bad.
Bruh.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Show cut you off again.
It's pretty much them, your Commissioner Gordons, your Maria Hills, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of those people. I mean, shit. Even Rhodey, even though he has that War Machine. Even people want to say, "Oh, he's in the MCU or whatever," but he's now getting a solo show called Armor Wars. It's not even solo, so those folks. You know what I mean? They put in the work, but they don't get the attention. But they always still do the right thing, no matter what.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Can we call? This is someone that I thought about immediately. Mm-hmm. Can we call Aunt May an unsung hero?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that was one that I was thinking about real quick, and especially this joyous of days. Happy International Women's Day. Look, he's doing it on purpose because he knows.
No normal person chews like that.
Taco Tuesday.
So yeah, I was okay. I'm glad because I was a little nervous about what you guys would have thought about that.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a good one.
You know something, Lay? You helped me out because I was blanking, and you helped me out. So there you go.
So, and funny thing, in going with the continuity of International Women's Day, and happy International Women's Day to all you ladies out there.
Shout out to all the ladies.
Yep. So many ways. I'm starting off with actually one of my favorites, and she's been in the MCU and everything, and people are going to say stuff, but Maria Hill. Maria Hill from the comics. Maria Hill is more Nick Fury sometimes than Nick Fury. So what I mean by that is when it comes to espionage and being by the book and sometimes even going over the line, what you need to do, the reason Fury picked Maria Hill, because he saw so much in her of him, but more so the fact that she has no problem confronting any superhero at any time. She will not back down from anybody. Strong will, strong mind. That's because she grew up with an abusive father. Her mother died at birth, and the father blamed her. And she grew up with an abusive father, and she decided in her whole life she's never going to take shit from nobody, especially a man. Now, the only reason she loves Fury so much because Fury never looked down at her and ever played her for being a woman. It's always, you do your job, I love you and I respect you. And then at one point when Fury went into hiding, she actually took over S.H.I.E.L.D. She was the director, and she was actually the director during the first Civil War. And she, real quick, she sided with Tony and started hunting down Cap until everything the way it went. So she is literally by far probably next to Black Widow, I would say, one of the most badass women you're going to find in Marvel, period. With no powers.
Without powers. Just getting shit done.
She joined the Marines as soon as she could. She excelled and moved up the ranks, and that's where she met Fury. And in with Fury, she learned how to do espionage, the spy game, and everything like that, but also learned how to deal with superpowered people, but she was never good at being diplomatic about it. To her, it's the way she learned, the way she does her thing is her way or the highway. You know what I mean? In fact, at one point, she was so consumed by the things she's done, both as a spy and as a Marine, that she had put a hit out on herself. And the hit would go into effect when she retires.
Oh, wow.
And then she had her memory wiped. And so in that happening, she forgot about it. And she had to hire, she had to hire somebody to help her find out when the hit was taking effect and how she could stop it. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I think his name was K. I think that's what K did in Men in Black 2.
Yeah, so that's
He
exactly
deleted his mind
uh,
and left hints everywhere.
this is a woman that knows who she isn't confident who she is, and you know what I'm saying, when Fury sees you as not the second best option, the next best option. Like this, me and her, and that's it. I don't see anybody, not even Cap or anybody else you have in your mind. It's she is gonna do what needs to be done, no matter how violent or how bad it is, in order for the safety of the United States government. And she was actually the lead for the United States government when they had the Superhuman Registration Act, or the Accord in the MCU.
The Soviet Accords,
yeah. But the point is,
Sokovia.
Sokovia.
The point is, she is essentially Nick Fury. You know what I'm saying? Just as a woman, but she is afraid of no one and will fight anyone. So, and it's crazy because that's a backup character that she's in the background, but she is not one. She is not one to, as we saying to her, to be fucked with. So that's my first.
Damn. So like, you know, I guess I'll go now. So yeah, like when I go ahead. Yeah, well, so when I was thinking about this, a few characters came into mind, and me and Le were talking about it like before the podcast. But the person that literally the number one person that came out to me, obviously, besides my little unknown superhero that people don't really know about, he's in the Mojo verse. It's Long Shot. I'll talk about Long Shot in a bit, but you know, not really many people know about him. But I really started thinking about Unsung Heroes. Like, he is a mutant. You know, would I say he's an unsung hero? Because although the word or the term unsung hero means someone in the back and someone who is a supporting character, let's say, you know, just because you're not known doesn't make you an unsung hero. An unsung hero is someone who everyone is aware of, but doesn't get all the shine. So, and now while everybody's talking, I'm telling you, the first person that came to my mind was Aunt May. Now, we've said it here plenty times. You know, that scene when Thor goes back to talk to his mom, and that's like all he needed. Incredible scene. You know, I'll say it, I'm a mama's boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all here are. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to the moms that aren't here with us, of course. You know, but Aunt May is totally different in the sense of, like, it's one thing to be a single mom. It's another thing to be a single grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she is Aunt May, but Aunt May is older. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to watch for a teen, even at a young age. And then when you're a teenager, it's Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, for her to hold it down when Uncle Ben passed and just keeping it together, like, it kind of reminds me of, you know, pretty much any situation where it's like it can go really bad for a person when they don't have anybody around like that. For Peter to just lose everyone, and then the two people he ends up with, you lose one of them as well, and you just end up with that rock of Aunt May there. And I mean, Aunt May has done things on her own, you know, besides Peter. Obviously, she runs a feast or whatnot, the shelter, and you know, her thing is bring anybody. It's kind of like the Knuckleheads. You know, do you, be you, you know, that's us, right? Come through, be you. That's right. Kind of like, that's Aunt May doesn't care what happens. Aunt May is real quick to forgive. Aunt May is real quick to support. She'll bring in the strays, and that's literally why she made Feast. Like, bro, we got a lot of problems out there. And there's parts of Feast where she's like, yo, even if you're super, like, come here, I got you. If you're a super and you need some help, come through. And then in the I do like Aunt May a lot in the Ultimates universe, where her and Gwen Stacy are kind of like partnered up, and she kind of makes gadgets. Like, in the Ultimates universe, she gives, like in the movie, she gives Miles Morales the shooters. Like, Aunt May gets busy in that universe. You know what I'm saying? She does a lot of cool stuff. So, like, you know, and obviously going with the theme of International Women's Day, I thought it was cool to just pick probably one of the most solid moms of all fucking time. Let me tell you, just because you're not a mom, like, aunts could be moms, Friends could be moms, cousins could be moms. You feel me? You don't have to come out of someone for them to be your moms. You feel me? That just ties you by blood. But if someone looks out for you, like I'm pretty sure a few of y'all listening out there, maybe a couple of us here, maybe have like a female friend that isn't interested in anything but looking out for you and making sure you do good. Like if they see you doing some stupid shit, they'll call you out. There's a lot of mom vibes out here. I had an ex-girl back from New York. I won't say her name, but the guys know what's up. She was a real nice mom figure to the guys. Homegirl will bring food. She'll bring drinks. She'll bring other girls for the guys. It was crazy. And she was just a really good friend, but she had those mom vibes. And I think it's important. Like, again, I mentioned Thor because sometimes all you got to do is just, go back to mama and talk to mama right quick, and I think that's what Aunt May does, man. For her to just pick up the pieces after Peter's parents are gone, and then after fucking thing, and then after Gwen Stacy, she is just there for everything that this kid goes through. And then for her to learn that he is Spider-Man and sort of trust him and let him do his thing without telling him right away that she knows. Bro, my mom couldn't go to sleep until I walked into the house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at my friend's house having a couple of drinks playing Street Fighter. This man is Spider-Man. That kid has a high chance of not coming home every night. It's like having a police officer as your son. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that she could just keep it cool, calm, collected the entire time. Shout outs to Aunt May, man. One of the best unsung heroes, I would say.
Word.
One of the best.
And that's how this needs to go. It's like start here, cabs, and I expect that elevation because I haven't really helped Aunt May's. You know what I'm saying? From a soldier to a goddamn warrior, and I'm with it. I love it.
Yeah, from a soldier to a warrior. God bless Aunt May, man, for real.
Absolutely, man.
God bless Aunt May. And I like in the Spider-Man, the game iteration, not to spoil it, but that game came out a while ago. Mr. Negative is the bad guy there, and he has that dragon breath thing that he unleashes on the world, New York. You can find that in the comics too. And like in this iteration in the game, there's a little vial left of the cure, and Spider-Man could either pump it into the air to cure everybody, or he could give it to Aunt May, which is weird because why can't just Aunt May be in the air with whatever? So she says it too. She's like, yo, don't even think about saving me, which is the same thing Thor's mama told him. Don't worry about me. We here for you. She tells Spider-Man, don't you dare use that shit on me. You're going to use that little bit left to recreate, make more, and save New York. Don't worry about me. Aunt May knows how to take the hits to make the play. Yep. It's the best way to put it.
Word.
Appreciate the horn.
Yep. Anybody else got something? The show, you got anybody or?
You know what's crazy, bro?
I thought it was gonna hit the no.
Listen, I'll be quick, and it's not gonna be as great as yours, but compared to anything I know, shit, give me an A+. Anyways, I got two for y'all. Two.
Okay.
One from the good side, one from the bad side.
Okay.
All right. On the good side, I'm gonna pick Shuri, which is Black Panther's sister.
Okay, here we go.
Nice.
She was a super scientist. I heard she was the one that made Bucky Barnes normal after everything. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's correct.
Yeah.
And in the MCU, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was able to save Vision and Okoye when he got shot.
Yeah.
So she was a big little piece. Unsung hero.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I wanted her to be Black Panther in Wakanda forever.
Same
that'd
here.
be dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in the comics. You might as well.
All right, shit.
For the bad guys, I'm gonna go with Ebony Maw. leader of the Black Order, was able to kidnap Doctor Strange. And it's crazy. Like, she looked as strong as Thor without doing anything. So those are my two.
Nice.
Short and sweet.
Hear me.
Maybe I could speak a little more about
and
them
rejoice. You've had the privilege to be saved by yo, bro. When Ebony Maw starts Infinity War with that speech, I have a video clip on Instagram that I'm just reciting that whole speech, losing my shit. Great call out with Ebony Maw show. Great call out with Ebony Maw. That's beautiful. I love that you said that. That's awesome. Incredible speech. Go watch Infinity War, watch the first 5 minutes, and just hear the Ebony Maw speech. Hear me
check it out.
and rejoice.
Nice. Little squeaky voice.
You could literally YouTube Ebony Maw speech. It'll come right up.
I'm gonna check it out.
Damn. All right.
Show got me hype with that shit.
So I'm gonna cheat and take one of Lay's examples earlier, and I'm gonna use War Machine. Now, War Machine is from the military. He's an Air Force agent. He's Tony Stark's best friend. Later turns into a confidant, and
Tony
he's one
Stank.
of the Tony Stank. He's one of the yes. He's one of the few men that Tony Stank trusts, and he's deadly afraid of water, and he donned the Iron Man suit to help save Tony Stark that was drowning in the comics. And like when that happened, he was pissed at Stark because like he was afraid of the water and he never got over that fear and shit like that. But when he put on the suit, Tony was like, "I see you could run it, whatever." And Tony was dealing with alcoholism, and because of his relapsing in alcohol, which made Rhodey be Iron Man for a while. Now, since the suit wasn't calibrated for Rhodes, it was fucking with his mind. And he started to go mental with it. And Tony, and he had to stop. And then Tony took over again. But when Tony became assassinated, or he was assassinated, or he was a target of assassination or whatever, he had to be Iron Man again. But by this time, Tony Stark's made a suit for him that was calibrated for Rhodes, which was the War Machine. So and that's how he became the War Machine.
Badass superhero name. I'm sorry, man. You just literally what is War Machine, son? This is what I'm here for. I'm sorry.
But that name and the fact that he was blue was the reason why I liked War Machine better than Iron Man. I'm just saying, he got a fucking Gatling gun on his shoulder. My man don't have time to bleed. You know what I'm saying?
Let me by any chance, can y'all hear this?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put a link on the how do I put it on the chat?
What, on the YouTube chat or on the personal chat?
Oh, I would have to go into the YouTube.
Yeah, you could try to put it on. Well, there's no type here, right? No, you have to go on the YouTube. Yeah.
Everybody, I'm gonna post a link here. That's just the Ebony Maw speech. You can watch it if you'd like.
So I also heard that he was once turned into a cyborg because he was on a mission and a terrorist blew him up and he lost all of his limbs. And Tony Stark turned him into a cyborg, and something happened and he regained his humanity and learned how to live with the suit and shit like that.
RoboCop?
Kind of. This is the 616 rendition of it. I did a little studying. Like, he was the commander of the Sentinel Squad 1. Like, I'm getting a little bit of stuff here,
When we got 5 minutes left, Cap, remind me of RoboCop again. Yeah. I got something to say about that.
He was also Captain Marvel's boyfriend.
Yep.
Just throwing that out there. He was banging that the gamma radiation. He was banging the strongest being we have in the MCU.
We saw a little of that in the MCU, but they never kind of talked about it again, which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still got more movies. It's not like
they still got more movies. You're right.
I feel he could do better though.
So in Lamek's terms, to end it a little bit, he's kind of like a Captain America wearing Iron Man suit. Just gonna throw that out there.
No. Absolutely, it's good. I mean, you you see it in the movies, and if you read the comics, you'll know it even better. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's one of the few people. And Tony talks when he talks to Tony. Tony's like, "You're right." I go, "I know I'm right. I've been with you for years. I know the piece of shit you are, bro."
Why they gotta make the black man scared of water though, bro? I don't like that.
It's funny, but you know what? Ironically, he's in the Air Force, so at one point he had to eject, and 9 out of 10 you're going to land in water.
Yeah.
You fly with more water than land, right?
Not everybody in the Air Force flies, though.
But isn't it a fact?
No, but he was a pilot. He was a pilot.
He was a pilot.
Yeah,
he was a jet pilot. Yeah, and that's why he was so comfortable with the Iron Man suit. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure flying that thing's not the same, but the maneuvers got to be kind of the same.
Yeah,
evasive maneuvers.
Yeah.
I like saying somehow. That. I like saying that.
Basic maneuvers.
Yeah, I like saying invasive maneuvers.
Cap.
So I had 2, but I kind of have to pivot with the International Women's Day thing. So just to stay on brand, I'm gonna pull a little bit of a show because this character is actually better on screen than she is in the comics. I'm gonna give it up to Karen Page.
Hey, let's go.
If anybody doesn't know, the Netflix Daredevil show and Punisher, she is the woman who is part of the triangle of Fergie and Murdoch, or Murdoch and Nelson.
Yeah.
She's the paralegals. She helps them out with a whole bunch of shit.
Is it Froggy?
No, it's
Fergie. Well, Nelson is
Froggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nelson's
no, you call him Fergie. That's why I was like, it's
Did I say Fergie?
Yeah.
Fergalicious.
I was like him too. He comes on later.
Yeah. He's
like I said in the beginning. I'm a little out of it.
I get it.
But she's a paralegal. They hinted at it in the Netflix show, but she has a fucked up background.
Oh yeah.
A lot of shit happened to her. But she's able to overcome it. She's able to stand up to Matt Murdock and Frank Castle and call them out on their bullshit. Strong enough to be respected, despite, a character like that could easily be written off as, well, you're just the girl in here.
Mm-hmm.
But she was able to rise above it and actually become one of the team members. And
big facts.
Yeah. And then shout out to talk about Unsung Heroes, the actress who plays her, Deborah Ann Wall. The ability to get that much emotion out of a character like this, who could have easily just been
a write-off.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she did a great job.
Able to go to the other shows too. Like you said, she's able to she literally transcended that character to something big, man.
And besides Elektra, one of Matt Murdock's long love interests, like confirmed in the comics, So. Cool that you bought Karen, bro. That's what's up. I really enjoyed her character in the shows.
That's the thing where Elektra is like Matt Murdock's
weakness.
Yeah, it's like that's the one that's on the same level, so he can connect. But Karen Page is the one that's that's the one that held on to his humanity long enough.
Like, bitch,
and when that severed, he started going a little more towards the devil's side.
Yeah, like, damn, you don't got any kind of psychic powers or something? You're not a super, please. If you're a super, we can make this work. I love Karen Page, man. It's funny too. I just finished Punisher season 1, and there was some little weirdy things going on there too. Like Karen just loves the fucked up boys, bro. Loves them.
Well, dude, when I'm not a trauma expert at all, but I gotta believe that anybody who goes through some sort of traumatic experience, who meets somebody else who went through that experience, if you both show that you can deal with it in some form or fashion and move just even so slightly forward, that connection's got to be there.
100%.
I might be wrong, but I think it's the same reason why people bond in boot camp. Like, people from all over the world meet up in boot camp, basic training for any military function, and the bond is instant because of the shared experience. And you realize truly that, okay, you've gone through what I've gone through. We're the only ones here, and if we're gonna make it, me and you, man. It's a similar thing. She sees what Matt has gone through. She knows what Frank has gone through. And it's almost like puzzle pieces where she never tried to fix any of them. She just tried to fit in and make them see, you know, hey, the line is here. You're getting close to stepping over. You might want to reel it back.
Whenever you just want to have a good time and just not be a crazy vigilante, come chill with me for a bit. Yeah, I love Karen.
Yeah.
And boy, do we see the traumatic experience in Punisher. God damn, if they replay that memory one more time, I'm gonna fucking flip my lid. I'm sick of seeing his wife, bro. I got so tired of seeing that damn thing play over and over again. Jesus Christ.
The other person I have is William Randolph Wintergreen. William Randolph Wintergreen is the guy who pretty much backs up Deathstroke in every single way you could imagine. They met when they were younger at basic training, kind of like Capital Way. You know what I'm saying? He was in the British Army, and Slade had just come out of the army. Remember, Slade is about 17 right now because Slade joined the army extremely young. He lied on his he lied on everything. He had application and everything. And then at one point, Slade is sent on a suicide mission right away. And then Wintergreen knows this, but nobody else tells Slade this. He doesn't know it's a suicide mission. Wintergreen goes, finds him, saves him, doesn't get court-martialed or anything like that, but does get disciplinary reactions. Then flip the script. Same thing happens with Wintergreen. Gets on a mission. Slade goes, saves him, gets discharged right away, and that's when he starts becoming a mercenary. And then as he's doing it, he realized he needs some help. Didn't even have to ask Wintergreen. He showed up at his door one day and said, I know what you're doing. He goes, how do you know what I'm doing? You told me all of your skills and the fact that all your attributes have been lifted because of the experiment, remember? I've seen you do your thing. I've literally been there. Do you need my help? He goes, yes, I do. He became his medic, arms, literally anything he needed, he would back him up. And he's an expert pilot. He's great at gathering information and espionage as well. And he's pretty good in hand-to-hand when he needs to be. At one point, his son, Slade's son Jericho, killed Wintergreen. But in the rebirth, he came back. And he's pretty much been his right-hand man ever since. Whatever Slade needs, Wintergreen is there.
Okay.
Are we still sticking with the same rotation, or this free form a little bit?
If you want to go. If you're ready, go.
One last one, but just real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I got, now that Lady said something, I got the two I had originally plus one more. But the one I got to bring up first is truly probably the most unsung hero, Rick Jones. Rick Jones is not only like Bruce Banner's best friend in the original comic run, he's the kid who went out into the fucking field where they were doing the gamma bomb testing that Bruce saw and had to go chase after to fucking save. So he's the reason Bruce Banner is the Hulk. But more so than that, this dude has been in the background helping Bruce Banner, helping Captain America, helping Black Widow, helping Hawkeye. He's been secretly helping almost every superhero you could think of with his intelligence, his hacking skills. Right now, like, his main thing is hacking. He knows his fucking shit. And everybody fucking goes to him. Like, it's not even a question. The minute somebody brings up his name, they're like, all right, yep, we're good then. If he's doing it, we're good. Right now, he's got some sort of powers that they gave him. That's not a standard thing. It's something new. But he's somebody that the MCU is missing desperately. And he's so unsung, we don't even know that we're missing him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I could 100% agree with that, man.
Let's say he's going to come out of She-Hulk, hopefully.
I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping it'd be a great introduction because he's part of that Hulk family. You know, like that's where like you said, he originated from there, so it would make sense. And then he could do that Karen Page or with the nurse. Claire.
Oh
Claire.
yeah.
Do that nurse thing where he pops up in places like, what are you doing here? He goes, well, I know Hawkeye. I know everybody pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It'd be a great reveal for the next phase of he's the man in the chair.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Especially for like starting at lower street level people and then kind of ascending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he proves himself for like a guy like Hawkeye. You know what I mean? Or maybe even Moon Knight. All of a sudden, people start to hear his name, and just like you said, the hacking thing, you can push him up. You know what I mean?
Dude, you can even do one of the things where, like the new Avengers team, let's say they don't have the backing of Shield or any agency because, as of right now, there is none that we know of. So they're like, "Yo, we need some sort of fucking support system." And Bruce goes, "Oh, I know a guy." And now we got him, who's kind of like Oracle from the DC side of things.
Yeah. Next person I have, and it's funny, a lot of people are going to go, I don't think so. But if you think about it, if you think about the 4 members on this team, you don't talk about this one person a lot, and that's Donatello.
Yeah.
That's 100% Donatello. Donatello provides every tech, van, everything they do. If there's an inkling of something technical happening and information and whatever, it's Donnie. It's always
there is no Turtles without Donnie.
Exactly. They don't do anything without Donnie. There's been times where they've gone to different dimensions, they got trapped in the past, or something happens. Donnie will figure it out. He could probably need the help of another brain, or he got it himself. But the point is, the Turtles ain't without Donatello. I want you to make it very clear.
He would have never beaten Tokar or Razor.
Yeah, it's like my favorite, exactly. My favorite is of all time, and this is not even ego talking, is Leonardo. I love the katanas. It makes sense. And then everybody loves Donatello, and everybody loves Ralph.
Mike.
Because the attitude. Everybody likes Mikey because he's fun. But everybody forgets the backbone of that team 100% is Donatello.
Yeah.
Every piece of tech. And that van that everybody wanted as a kid, that's all Donnie. Donnie found it. Donnie made it. The glider, Donnie found it. Donnie made it. You know what I'm saying? You name it, he did it. In a sewer, just with
scraps.
Parts. Yeah, shitty parts. The man literally made a glider and a blimp with shitty parts. I mean, he made a van that shoots sewer covers.
Yeah, the manholes.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
the manhole
so definitely Donatello. I mean, if you don't know anything about
Donnie, got a tank.
Look, you got to look up Donnie. He made a robot turtle.
Yeah.
which kind of went crazy at first. He had to do some tweaking.
If you guys ever watch our episode of Family Matters when Urkel does it, the guy that wrote it said that's where he got it from. When the Urkel bot goes crazy, he saw that Ninja Turtles episode and he goes, "Wait a minute, that's a good idea." So there's another fun fact.
Urkel bot gave me some real Superman type of when homegirls that lady destroyed my dreams for years.
Which lady?
Remember Superman 3 that the lady gets wrapped up in like machine parts?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So weird.
It's creepy, dude. It's so creepy.
Weird.
I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Look up the clip on YouTube. Don't go that far.
Yeah.
Don't watch that movie. Nobody deserves that. But anyway.
And Donnie does all that with 3 fingers.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about Donatello for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, Donatello, man. I'm telling you, because I was literally I had the 2 people that I had, right? Then I was thinking, right away in my head came Donatello because I'm like, everybody loves these 3, but forget there's 4 of them. Shit, people love Splinter and people love Shredder and forget about Donnie.
Yeah.
Donatello, and by the way, just to let you know from personal experience, handling a bow staff is not easy. That shit hurts, and it is a skill and a talent that you cannot imagine, my friends. But
that's one of my favorite weapons.
All that technology, and they give him a stick. Come on, man.
Because he doesn't need more than that.
Yeah, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Can I tell you something? Tell you something? I always plug this CG Ninja Turtle show, and in that show there is an episode where Splinter is like, yo, Donnie, you rely way too much on technology. Understand your bow staff, because he has them sparring all the time. And all of the guys are kind of clowning him because he has a stick, and they're all kind of fucking him up. So he's like looking at his bow staff, like, man, I bet if I put some like electricity on this shit, it's gonna be great. And Splinter's like, no, that's your problem, dude. Fuck the tech for now and just focus on your bow staff. And he ends up like, please watch that show.
Yeah.
Please watch that show.
What's the
It's
name
good.
of it?
It's good. Just Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Teenage
Nickelodeon.
Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon. It's a good show.
I believe they have it on Hulu. I believe they have it on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
If you ever read about the turtles, like in length, so clearly Ralph is always the strongest, hands down. Mikey,
Strong-willed or
agile.
strongest?
Ralph,
like raw power, you mean?
Power.
Yeah.
Mike
He's like the biggest
the most
one.
agile. He's because he's honestly the youngest one. He's the most agile.
He's very unorthodox, so
Yes.
it's kind of hard
And
to gauge him.
Leonardo's the most technical one. Like his technique is hands down. But the thing is, Donnie is the most creative one because of the intelligence, because he's able to see what everybody else is not looking at. That's how he invents things as well.
Yep.
That's why he's able to use his bow staff so differently, like launching his brothers. They're brothers, by the way. Fuck what anybody else tells you.
They're brothers.
Yeah.
Why would anybody say anything different?
No, because there's been comics iterations where they're like, they're not brothers. And I'm like, no, they're brothers.
Nah, it sounds like a racist made that.
Yeah. Yeah. When they had that show, remember that show where they like that show, the live show where they said they weren't brothers? The live action show? Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
What's
I'll tell
a
you right
bad
now.
show?
And again, anybody with lifelong friends, like really close friends, so you know what I'm talking about, or anybody in military, you know, you don't need the same blood to be brothers sometimes.
100%. 100%.
100%. But yeah, you know what
I
mean?
have a great relationship with both of my brothers, and yeah, but like on the side, like I have Les in that circle. You know, I have a close group of friends that I also consider my brothers, and they might not have hung out with my brothers as much as we did, but off the strength of GP, we all brothers.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, this is how it goes. They're brothers. I don't care what iteration. I get it. Some multiverse shit. Congratulations. I will never read that. I'm
Yeah.
never reading a piece of material in which the turtles are not related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm not reading them.
So I'm gonna give you a great example. Right? They have a comic.
Hitler wrote
that just came out, and it's the Ghostbusters and the Turtles. And the dope part is that at one point, Egon can't figure out a way to get the turtles back, but Donnie does. Donnie figures he goes and tells Egon, "What if we do this?" And Egon goes, "That's genius." Him, Egon, and Ray figure it out. He goes, "That's genius. I never thought of that." So if you have any doubt of how smart Donnie is, he got one over on Egon, and when Egon was lost, he gave him the idea, and Egon's a genius.
If y'all don't know who Egon is, he is the Donatello of the Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Donnie, 100%.
Nice.
And Purple's cool. So
Are the Ninja Turtles like some of the comic book characters that have done like the most crossover events? I feel like they've chilled with everyone.
Yeah.
Batman, Power Rangers, Ghostbusters. They go everywhere. The motherfuckers be in the multiverse.
Scooby Doo is, I think,
they
the only other.
They did a Scooby Doo, yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying Scooby Doo is probably the only other cartoon that has more fucking crossovers.
But those early out of the 80s Scooby Doo, everybody was coming on. I would love when Batman and Robin came on Scooby Doo though. That shit was fun. That's just fun. Man,
Yeah, I love when the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
You
That's
gonna
one of
bring
the best
basketball
episodes of all
players
time.
to solve mysteries? Like,
That's one of the best episodes of all time. Like that shit is a really cool episode. But man, I'm glad that you brought Donnie, man. It's really cool. You're right. Donnie is look, yeah, everyone has their turtle, and then you need to show respect to Donnie on the side. I guess that's what an unsung hero is all about. But,
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I get it. I got the basic. I I hate saying this, but I mean, there's only 4 of them. I'm the basic guy that goes with Michelangelo just because nunchucks at the time were the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Nunchucks are still the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to buy a pair of nunchucks just to hurt myself with.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. I've always liked the bow staff, though. And let me tell you, in the video game Turtles in Time, Donnie was the best to pick because he had the most range with the bow staff. Leo had decent range with the katana. Mikey and Raph, you got to get in close.
Word.
But Donnie gave you some room, and his special move was really cool, where he's just like spinning around with the bow. I mean, they all spun around, but he gets the most distance every time. Shout out to Donnie. I remember in the recent graphic novels when they killed him off, but like they just popped his shell really bad, and like he was in a coma for a bit. I feel like all the turtles except Mikey have been in a coma.
Yeah,
all of them. They have all gotten really bad, and Mikey's just like, "Hey, I'm goofy, can't touch me." Again, in that show, Mikey has a whole episode about how he is so goofy and unorthodox makes him such a skilled fighter because you can't read him. I'm gonna say it every podcast. Watch that show.
Yep.
Shout out to Donnie. I'm telling you, I just want to keep talking about Donnie the whole time now.
Hey man, listen, it hit me. I was like, yeah, Donnie needs some shine because
really
important. All right,
really good.
They'll be walking everywhere if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to get one of my 2 guys, and this one's special for Lay here. Microchip.
Whoa. Yes, Micro.
He's the man who backs the Punisher.
Yes, sir.
And like early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, Punisher used to roll in a van. Microchip was in there.
The only man to ever support the Punisher like that.
You need a gun? He gets the gun. You need some tech? He get the tech. Where's the next guy? The dude's over there.
Yep.
He in Punisher Warzone. He was played by Wayne Knight. The dude, what's his name from
fixing a divot.
Seinfeld. Yeah.
Oh,
Space Jam.
Yeah.
And he definitely Micro is like Frank doesn't trust anybody.
No.
So for him to trust Micro, that's a big thing. You know what I mean? But he knows Micro almost had the same background as him. They kind of had the same thing going. So he was like, "Yo, you can definitely do the fighting. I can support you." Micro knows his strong points. He's like, "Yo, I'm clearly not a physical threat. You are. So let's do this together."
Yeah, I'll point you. I'll point the gun and you fire it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Michael, it's definitely another good one. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had to get that one in there for you, man.
Appreciate that, man. The reason I didn't do Micro because some shit. I said it before. Some fucked up shit happens with him. Like, but that's during the Max run, and they like took all his allies away. They were like, "Yo, he's just rolling dolo." But Michael, yeah, definitely a good one. Donnie, Mike, I mean, some good picks, fellas. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I had a quick one too. This was like right before I was thinking about all of this. And this is more like I didn't really get into the comics version of this character, although I have looked up and read some shit. But based on the MCU, big shout out to Okoye. In fact, the whole Dora, all of them, Dora Milaje's, some of the most badass fucking women on the planet.
Absolutely.
But Okoye is super cool. She's very funny. And like what I do love about Okoye is that 21 Savage, I don't know if you guys know who he is, a rapper. He's not the best rapper in the world, whatever. 21 Savage said that he'd rather have someone loyal to him than in love with him. Because love makes you do crazy things. You could kill someone over love or what you think is love or misguided love, right? But someone's loyal always wants the best interest for you. And that's what I love the most about Okoye. She's there for the throne, no matter who's on that motherfucker. Now, obviously, when they found out things and things started getting to a certain point, but she was like, bruh, this is the king now, fair and square. Obviously, when Black Panther came back, things changed a little bit, and she couldn't wait to smack Killmonger. That's why I love you. That's why I love you so much, Okoye. I feel you. I hate that motherfucker too. But Okoye's super badass.
Yeah.
Just a quick one that I want to throw in. We got 10 minutes.
And
Okoye.
luckily, they're gonna get their series pretty soon. That should be fun. About the Dori Milaje and
Dude,
her.
I will watch that.
I'd watch a
all
shit
fucking
bunch.
day.
Especially after Winter Soldier, the way they wrecked Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the way they wrecked them dudes.
US, yo. Oh my. When the spear locks the shield, I say, yo, man.
I was backhanded him away.
I was watching. I've watched so many like shows and people talking about like all of the Disney Plus series that came out, and everyone so much hate on Captain America: Winter Soldier, bro. Why?
I don't get it.
I think it's the racial stuff. People like
it's got to be
like that shit was so important to me and us here. Like
the same way the new Star Wars shit is because of the women.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's like it's sad to say this, but we got a bunch of racist and sexist people in this fucking community that need to shut the fuck up.
I actually so today, right? We at the job we send a nice email. Hey, happy International Women's Day. Like the HR department had like little flowers and little plants and shit for the ladies. And I don't know who said it, but I heard it from my peripheral while I'm on the phone. Someone goes, "Oh, why don't they do a guy's day?" I was like, motherfucker, every day is man's day. What the fuck you talking about? Like, why would you say something so fucking stupid? Like,
but
that's that sexist shit, man. It's that sexist shit.
Here's the funny thing: they do have an International Men's Day, and they do have an International Men's Health Day, and like, because we celebrate at my job, it's a nursing home. Every fucking day for something, I have to make an announcement for shit. We do have them. You gotta learn what it.
Don't shed light on it.
We have Teacher Appreciation Day. We have Cop Appreciation Day. Like, it's there. Just fucking, if you're that butthurt that somebody else is getting shine, do your research.
For real, like. I didn't even know that was a real thing, and even I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Can we just let the lady shine for a bit? Like, is that not okay with all of you? Because shit, just let's appreciate some women from time to time. What the fuck? That shit is very frustrating. I heard that and I was like, I don't even know who said it, but I looked back in that general direction. Like, I'm on the phone with a guest, and I'm like, idiots, bro.
And it doesn't fucking hurt to appreciate people.
Yeah, let's give people their flowers while they hit.
Yeah,
whether it's a group of people, whether it's a certain person, let's shout everybody out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, I'm sorry, I got a little upset there. I don't like that.
No, I hear you. I'm with you. Yo, and we got 4 minutes left. And I know you wanted Cap to remind you of RoboCop.
So
one thing, okay. I just feel like I need to say this. That new RoboCop movie that happened years ago. Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie. Although I did like the black suit. I did like it. But
Knight
fuck
Rider-ish.
that. Fuck that movie.
Yeah.
Man, I walked out of that. That was a movie that I went to watch alone. Again, I had Movie Pass. So literally, I didn't have a car here, so I would walk from T-Mobile, which was like, I would say like 10 New York City blocks, and Florida,
6 miles.
Yeah, the long downtown blocks, right?
Yeah.
So here, a lot of the buses have their own like busway. In the area where I live, the bus had its own busway, so I could walk through the bus and like avoid traffic and shit. But it was a long walk. So whenever I didn't walk through there, I walked by the movie theaters. And I was fucking working on a Sunday this time, but I would get out really early on Sundays. So I just passed by the movie theater. I went to watch a stupid whatever. But RoboCop, this is real stupid, real funny. Sometimes in the Batman, when I saw him walking and acting, I got some RoboCop vibes. Did anybody else, or was it just me tripping? Tell me the truth. Tell me I was tripping, because some of it,
like slow walking.
Yes, when he was the police station, he's like this, and I'm like, yo, but look, it's fucking Murphy. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
I got those vibes really quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see it, yeah.
Real quick, I was watching Brooklyn's Finest yesterday. It's on HBO Max, and
By the way,
dude,
thank you, bro. I appreciate you too, my brother.
word, bro. And I'm watching it, and the dude who plays the new RoboCop is in it as a cop, and he winds up dying. And still to this day, I'm like, good for you, motherfucker. You know, yeah. I didn't even like the guy who played him. Like, I don't even like him. I took it personal that he did that shit.
That was such a bad fucking, like, can we get some justice for RoboCop? Can we retire that one?
Yeah.
Give me the origin, give me everything you want, but can we just get a redo on that?
Yeah.
That was
don't let that be one of the lasting memories of RoboCop.
Can I see?
Yeah, fucking bitch.
Here's a question:
2014.
RoboCop 3 or the RoboCop remake?
RoboCop
3.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but that fucking robot ninja's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's like
My
8
man.
of them apparently. They made like 8 of them.
It was also very creepy.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
that's
look
one
up.
agile robot, by the way.
Oh
gonna
yeah.
look up
Wasn't
Rotten
he in
Tomatoes.
both Suicide Squad? He was. He was Captain
he's
Stars and
Flag.
Stripes. He's Captain Stars and Stripes, and I didn't like him in that shit neither.
Man.
It's
The
funny.
only reason why I accepted him in part 2 is because Cena was worse. Motherfucker.
Oh,
This movie dropped 2014. I for sure didn't watch this with Movie Pass, and I was in T-Mobile 2017. So I don't know what movie I was thinking about. I saw a lot of movies, but the Rotten Tomatoes has this at a 48.
Yo, this movie's so bad it made you fabricate a story.
He's like, yo, he can't admit that he paid money for it.
That's
He's
not
like, yo,
good.
He's like,
That's
yo,
not good.
I walked past a movie theater and they were showing it
And
for
I just
free.
saw it.
And then
Now
I walked in there, they handed me popcorn. They said, we're sorry. It was like, for what? He walked out and said, motherfucker, why'd you do this to me? Never saw that Usher again.
Because now I'm thinking the first movie I ever saw by myself was the Assassin's Creed movie that came out after 2014. Who the fuck did I watch RoboCop with?
Dude, they'll never see you again.
I
They
never-
erased it.
so
I don't
much.
remember the experience. I
Yo.
just know that I saw this ridiculous movie. I do like the black suit though, very much so.
At the end of the movie, when you walked out in the street and you saw the sunlight, whoever you was with was like babushka, and
Yeah.
they disappeared,
So-
and they erased memory from
You know what? I never saw this movie. It never happened. It never happened.
One day, a friend's gonna come up to you like, "Yo, you remember Rachel?" Like, who the fuck is Rachel? That's the one you watched the movie with.
It's a bitch you went to see RoboCop with. I was like, I don't
Like,
think
nah,
I had
I don't-
any girl come
yeah,
with me to watch
yeah.
RoboCop.
They're gonna show you pictures of y'all two together, and like, I don't remember this. I don't remember this at all.
So 2014, I was traveling with the company. Maybe I saw that. Maybe I saw it in Pittsburgh. I don't know, bro. But damn, that's horrible.
I wouldn't
That's
go back to Pittsburgh. They ruined the city.
It's funny you say that because that whole from like 2014 to like the end of 2015, start 2016, I was traveling that whole time with the company. I saw Justice League. No, I saw BVS when I was in Arizona. So I should hate Arizona. But I also saw Mad Max Fury Road in Arizona. Incredible movie.
Oh, we flexing because I saw what do you call it? X-Men 3 in Italy.
Yo, I mean, I'm not. I wasn't flexing, but that's awesome.
You know what? I saw the other guys in in the alley up in upstate.
What was it like? Wait, hold on. Was it like a drive-in?
No. It was like a bootleg movie theater they had in the middle of the town, and it looked like we were in the middle of the projects, and someone put a projector on the wall.
Yo, Kev, no lie. They expanded the theater by taking out the space in between the two buildings and putting a small fucking screen there and stadium seating. We were literally in between the two buildings.
Yeah.
Did they pay you to come watch it?
We watched it for free. This is when we had the Optimum Tuesday shit.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Can't complain for
real
free.
quick, guys, before we sign
you
off.
can still complain.
I finally figured it out. Watching the AEW pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I finally figured out why Toe Tags hates John Cena so much.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
So, We're watching it, right? And I'm the guy who points out shit in the crowd. Toad looks at me and is like, "Yo, you see the guy in the Cena shirt?" And I scoured the entire pay-per-view. I could not see the guy in the Cena shirt, which led me to the fucking belief. The reason Toe Tax hates John Cena, he's the only one that could see him.
Yeah.
He's the only one in this world that could see John Cena.
Yo, because you know the crazy shit is, yo, right after the buy-in, they pan the crowd, and the first motherfucker in the front row has a Cena shirt. And I said, this nigga's wearing a Cena shirt. And yo, something happens, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Cena did that shit. He goes, are you the only one that can see him?
You're the only one that can see John Cena.
That motherfucker, son.
Yo, that's crazy.
By the way, the Pro says, I was there when they blocked off traffic for Dark Knight in the city. Yeah, it's a real nice area to film Batman. But Gotham is not Chicago, so let's just,
It's New York.
It's New York.
I watched an Easter egg thing, and they showed they honed in on Selena Kyle's mail when she had the past due bill, and it literally just said Gotham, USA. It gave no state whatsoever.
Yeah.
Damn.
New York.
I'll do it on purpose. Yeah,
Yo.
Gotham is his own place, like away from life.
Yeah, like Bronx, like the Bronx.
It's like
the
Springfield
village.
in The Simpsons.
It's like the village.
Yo, if you think about it, it's very much like the Bronx because Gotham is run by the Arkhams and the Waynes, and the Bronx is named after a people who owned it. So let's just get let's put 2 and 2 together, baby. 2 and 2 together.
I pretty much say anything that's like horrible is the Bronx.
Yeah.
No offense. I love the people in the Bronx. Gotham is the west side of Chicago. That is incorrect.
No, that's more like Metropolis.
The only reason that rumor started is because the Dark Knight series was filmed in Chicago. Gotham is New York.
That's right.
Now, granted, I will tell you this. When I went to Chicago and I was looking at all the cobblestone and the amazing architecture and the fucking every building in downtown Chicago has a fucking statue on top. The vibes are very Gotham there. But Gotham City is New York.
Yeah.
We're not going to argue this.
According to Batman v Superman, Gotham City is New Jersey because it's right over the bridge. It's right there.
Yo,
You can see it from standing at the pier.
The way that I read it is that like New York City is like Gotham, and then like the docks is Jersey. Yeah. Whenever some docks shit happens, they're doing it over the bridge. That's how I read it.
Real quick, 2 fun facts. 1981 is when the lava cake was invented, and Gotham is fucking New York. There you go.
And we're gonna 3.
Yo,
go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, seriously. And that's how we're gonna end. Go ahead, Show, you got a point, or you just
no. Yeah. Before we end it, I had a quick honorable mention because we like danced around them. We got to mention my boy Nick Fury, who actually invented the Avengers. And actually, there would be no.
He assembled them. He didn't invent them.
He assembled them. My bad.
He invented.
Hey, he
invented human beings.
He invented the Avengers Initiative. Yes.
Shit.
And Look at my new invention. 5 people standing there ready to fuck you up.
So
he's like
Show, can you be Nick Fury for Halloween?
I'll try.
But like Hasselhoff Fury.
Oh my god.
I gotta look it up.
Oh my god. You're gonna have to get it's gonna be tough.
I gotta look it up.
Yo, you're gonna have to be Captain Marvel.
That's disrespectful. I didn't do that to you, Cat. I didn't say you gotta be Superman.
You can be Marvel.
The great thing is you got blue eyes. So
hey, so how about this? Before we go, you just gave me a great idea. So this is a complete ripoff or like, stealing from a podcast that I watch. So my favorite video game journalist, at the end of every podcast, they do a weekly podcast. At the end, they have bets around the video game stratosphere. And then the next show, they see the bets. They see who wins the bets. Now, a lot of the times these bets, when someone loses, the whatever they have to do when they lose is stream a certain game that they hate dressed as a character I would love to one day do that where we have bets and whoever loses has to do a whole show with the superhero choice of our liking. I think that would be funny. That's something we could do in the future than now. But like, if I were to lose and you guys make me do a whole podcast as Aquaman, it might be my last podcast. Like, it might be my last podcast.
I don't think I'd Sailor Moon.
I would prefer Sailor Moon over Aquaman. I'll tell you that right now.
That's saying a lot.
But I start spinning and shit, putting all my shit on and shit. Shout out to Sailor Moon, man. Sailor Mars. Sailor Mars looks so Puerto Rican. I used to love that girl. That long black hair. I used to be like, get over here, girl. Sailor Mars is the best. Love Sailor Mars.
Yo, last one, bro. Wong.
Yes.
Leader to the
nice Wong. It's a good one.
Yeah.
The source of supreme at the moment.
Fun fact that I just realized. He is in Kick-Ass 2, and both Silver Surfers are in Kick-Ass 1. Whoa. Nice little tidbit for you.
Quicksilver.
That's what I said.
You said Silver Surfer.
No, it's a Quicksilver. Play it back. Yo, look. Play it back. Go to the 3 hour, 5 minute, and 10-second mark, and you'll hear me say Quicksilver.
Yeah. No. Right? By the way, Pro Wrestling Podcast says that Metropolis is Toronto. I find that really funny. That's a funny comment.
The fact that city sometimes doubles as New York,
Rumble in the Bronx, Vancouver.
Yo, Fantastic Four.
The Hulk,
both of them.
The Hulk, wasn't they in Canada doing that fucking fight scene in the street with Abomination?
Harlem.
Yeah.
Harlem.
Shout out to Luke Cage for really using Harlem.
Absolutely correct. Thank God.
Christmas. We should do a review of DC versus Mortal Kombat video game and analyze each character. Who do you think will win? Yo, Cap plays that, so I mean, and Cabs played it. I'm pretty sure.
You don't have to, man. You tell me. Like, my comic book knowledge is great. Video games is where I shine. You motherfuckers want to do a quick 15-20 minutes on any video game? Let's go.
Yo, you guys want to do that shit next week? Fuck it.
I'm so down for that.
Let's do it. There you go. That's the topic for next week.
I'm so down.
So it has been said and has begun. And on that note, we had some fun. It's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.
Go watch The Batman.
That's right.
Go watch it. It's a fun movie.
These guys ain't fuck it up for y'all. Shit.
Well, after you watch the show, you can always go fuck yourself.